like some cult shit. We was on the island. We got off the island. Yeah, that part.
Right.
That's that real work.
Real shit. And then try to
Because
make it
people were
seem
there.
like,
It wasn't even just whack. It was other people that would come into the room. You can call them trolls or ops or whatever. They was like, yo, this is like a cult. People be trying to get their point across, defending the room. Nah, nah, nah. Ain't none of y'all got nothing to say. I'ma handle this. A team is a team. There's no I in team. And if you got a brand and you're trying to promote your brand, you want many people to stand for your brand as possible. It came to points where I seen, like I said, for a whole year almost, I sat in the goo and just listened. I just listened to the content. And a lot of it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was a lot of good content. But when I start hearing people talking about cults, I think of like people like not the rapper, but the Reverend Jim Jones, that cyanide fruit punch.
yup, yup.
And I thank you for kicking me off the island, cause I ain't nobody's yes man. And then I heard the WWE stuff with him and Wack. We knew what that was. They probably was like, look, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that, and then whoop de whoop, it came to a point where people got personal. I don't know Wack, I don't know him, but the shit was fun to me. It was entertaining, to be honest, because I know it was some clubhouse type shit. Because actually, nobody ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. Wack don't do nothing, and he even has said it himself. All this shit is entertainment, entertainment, entertainment.
But
But
then
there's
when
a
that
lot of wrestling shit
entertainment
in
starts to
clubhouse.
take over, and then you start to lose sight of what you came to do, it's like, damn, like, did I dig a hole too deep now? You feel me?
Now I don't see. I'm a realist. I don't rock with that. Okay, we beefing. All right, the beef gone. We back on the same page. We beefing. We back on stage. And I saw
Right.
too much of that.
That shit was too. That was funny to me too. Like he's saying fuck some kids, fuck his wife, and then he in the room the next day. I'm like, huh? That's how they play
And that's
though.
why I say, like, I mean, whatever this room, like whoever the moderators and creators of this room is, I just want to be a part of something, or at least contribute to something that's beneficial to us as a people. That's the only reason why I'm on Clubhouse. If it don't got nothing to do with that, I mean, I'm trying to run for city council in the city that I live in. So I gotta be mindful of the things I actually say on this platform, so somebody can use that against me.
Hey, salute, bro. That's dope. That's dope right
So
there. Salute.
at the end of the day, to do this, I don't have no problem with nobody. And we get to that extent, you ain't gotta be speaking to me. Block me from your page. I can block you from mine. Everybody can move on. Do your thing. But see, I came to understand with this clubhouse, it go drama sells, just like in music. You just can't. At some point, I remember it was a statement like this: 70% content, 70% content, 30% gossip. And when you add the gossip to anything, we men, I'm a man. I don't do no gossip. That's for the women. So if they want to play
Thank
them
you.
games,
Thank you.
that's on them. But I don't have no malice towards nobody. Because that wasn't the only room I was in that I had problems. But I left a lot of rooms because I saw what it was: stage beef, stage like people love drama. It's just a given. Like that's why they put it in our music today for our kids to listen to, and some of us are old heads. If this person, this and that person, ooh, who gonna come out the top? Like I've been through that stuff before, and we understand at the end of the day, it's all entertainment. Ain't none of this shit real. So when you get into a point where like y'all got a business class, okay, like you can learn how to do real estate or get your own property or do something that is beneficial to you in real life. That's the shit I want to hear. That's the type of stuff I want to be a part of. We can do this ghetto stuff. I'm in Jersey, and if, I ain't gonna give the location, but I'm gonna just say we in a place in Jersey. Like yeah, it's like that, and we don't play that talking game unless you're gonna do that thing. But on the internet, you can't say these type of stuff. That's why when you hear these people talking all the stuff, let somebody get touched. And I even said that to son when I was in the room, I'm like, yo, y'all be talking mad greasy, yo. What happens if something actually happens to somebody in real life? Somebody gonna get them bracelets on their hands, and they're gonna be on that ball where they can't get out. Is it really worth it over some clubhouse shit? Not at all. So if y'all playing this for entertainment purposes, only say that. I used to use that disclaimer in that room. If those that was in the room remember, like, yo, this ain't even what it is. This is a disclaimer. This is entertainment and educational purposes only. Try to give a segue. So if anything actually happened, like there was a defense, like, nah, I wasn't really like that. They just took it to a whole nother level. But you can't speak to that with people that's in their feelings about certain things that being said. And like I said, I don't keep want to harp on it, but like when him and Wack was doing what they was doing, it looked like it was all WWE. Who Hulk Hogan, who the Undertaker, and who's Vince McMahon.
Oh shit! And that's what it was. That's what the fuck it was. Yo, there was one time. This is when I started to look at this nigga crazy, bro. There was one time when he had, it was on one of his rants. Fuck his son, fuck his daughter, da da da. And then the next day, we talking in the morning. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was texting Wack last night, and I'm like, wait, hold up. You on texting terms with the nigga? He's like, yeah, yeah. Why? I'm like, oh, so you really y'all pulling the sheet over our eyes. This is what's going on. Y'all got a little affair going on, and you just using
Hey,
us
do
as
you
the
remember
crowd.
when I went on there and told Wack, I was like, we don't do that over here. That was all publicity. I didn't know it neither. I'm with you, Black. I thought that they was really, really beefing. And I went in the room like, Post ain't here and he need to be here in this room to speak up for himself. Wack, we don't do that over here. The next day, him and Wack was friends. It was about 200 people came in the room. All ENT people came in there and they was just talking back and forth. The next thing you know, all the people left out. It was all for publicity.
But
And that's that.
anybody that listens to Clubhouse know that's what Wack do. Like I'm a smart dude. They be talking real. They sometimes I believe these dudes be thinking like they smart to dumb niggas. Cause I'm a smart dude. Like I'm a smart dude. I got a head on my shoulders. So when I see it happen with him, and then in another room, and then another room, he beefing with this person, then they make up. Then beefing with that person, then he make up. All right, we see what this is. This is entertainment, love it, lies and hip hop on Clubhouse. And now that neither one of y'all real, but I understand. I heard Son say it out of his whole mouth. Like they be taking this shit too serious. This is entertainment. Wax said that his damn self. So to keep thinking like this is really personal, like it's really like that. You sabotaging people's rooms, you taking members away. You can't take nobody that don't want to be taken. Like at the end of the day, like I'm older, so I get it. They playing a kids game for entertainment purposes, and hopefully they're trying to monetize somewhere in all of it. Because I'm not getting paid a dime for being on this app at all. I'm just giving my opinion for free in all of these people rooms, including this one. And I think when it comes to if it was all like that, most of these people wouldn't even be on here. I mean, these content creators, because there got to be some kind of money ploy behind it. It got to be because you're not going to do all of this if unless there's some kind of financial gain out of it. Like for me, I'm here to speak with like minds, just like I do on Facebook and my Instagram and my Twitter. Well, I don't got Twitter no more, but whenever I'm on any of these social media apps, it's not for me to monetize off of. And if that's the thing what they're doing, then that's fine. Do your thing. I'm not a stage holder. I ain't trying to run nobody's stage. I don't want to be nobody moderator. I just want to be a black man that stands on the platform and speak about the issues that we're going through and find a collective solution amongst our people. Because what they doing is not it. But I did learn a long time ago coming on this app, that's what WAC does. Room to room, content to creator, content creator, they beef, then it's not a beef. Some old fucking hood soap opera shit, Dungeon wrestler type shit. You already know the outcome, but you see everything along the way, like they beefing, but nah, they ain't beefing. Somebody album coming out, that's when you usually see that shit. So at the end of the day, like I said, I hope Son do the best for his platform. I have no malice in my heart. But please don't even bring it to the people over here unless some of these people want to engage in that. I don't want no parts of that. I'm not with you. I'm not with them. I'm with the knowledge. Know the lads. All that beef shit. I'm 44 years old. I done been there and done that. Especially on the internet. You're not gonna see him. They not gonna see them, and ain't nobody gonna get touched. So like, what y'all talking about? So gaslight people that's for the drama and do that there. But if that, even if this room, if it gets to that point, I ain't rocking with y'all neither, because I ain't about that. I'll just step off. You ain't gotta block me or nothing. I even told him that in his back channel, like, bro, you ain't gotta block me. I won't speak on your platform. Do your thing. Cause I'm not about bringing down other black people. We got enough problems when we walk out our doors every morning. I tell my son the same thing. I hope y'all make it home today. Real life shit. This clubhouse something but nothing but entertainment. But these dudes do some WWE stuff, and I wonder. I guess Wax supposed to be Vince McMahon because all these matches seem staged, and people jockeying for positions and numbers for their room.
Real
Real
shit.
talk.
And if they is paying, you can see they putting the money in the wrong people's hands because they motivating these niggas to do all this fucking wrestling shit. When people who's actually capable of spreading real knowledge and helping, they're not putting a dollar behind them.
Facts. But
And like
like I said in this room, I say the same thing because like it's I can't see it no more because I'm blocked. Drama sells and knowledge is the value. If we sit in the room, like if it was about the numbers, if we talked about, let's say for instance, this YSL thing and them people on trial for whatever the crimes they committed, however that plays out, may God bless them either way. I don't know. I don't care. It's not my concern. But we talked about that or what's my man name? The dude from Memphis, the rapper. Like I was around for all that stuff there. I was trying to get the understanding about like those type of things. These people, I don't even listen to none of them.
right,
But I was trying to understand like what's going on with them.
the Dolph shit.
You know what
That
I
was
mean?
around the same time I came on the Dolph shit.
Yeah, young dude.
Yeah,
Our son got the M put on him, whatever, and the King Bonds and all that. You see, if you're a smart person, you see what's going on. That's why I say a lot of time, a lot of these Whack him and a bunch of these other content creators, y'all sound smart to dumb people. Self
right,
sabotage, constructed social engineering, genocide through TV, music, streams, internet, all that. You know that if you got common sense. So you sound smart to somebody that don't know what's going on. They keep it like why all these rappers and getting murked in hip hop. There's a reason for that. But you ain't gotta give me a whole soliloquy about this, that, and the third, and then the same people you're talking about with these discussions, you end up beefing with, then you peace up with, then you beefing again. Like, come on, man, that's hip hop today. Who album coming out? I keep saying that. Because when every time one of these artists about to drop something, there's some mysterious beef. And then the album come out, and then the beef goes away. Instead of using this platform, and I think that I want to be mindful of things that I say, but when it comes to this platform, the people that have all the drama on their rooms get the more views. When I've been through a lot of other rooms besides his, I've just went through, just to see what's what. The people that speak about things that are paramount to your everyday life, your numbers ain't high. Because people don't want to hear peace, they want to hear drama. And one thing I can say, Wack understand that fully because he stays a part of it, whether it's with him or any other content creators on his platform. But at the end of the day, he win, you win, we win. And only people lose is us as a people because people are entertained by that. And that's just the way it is. Drama sells. I grew up when the time that when there used to be conscious music, it was good. They took the conscious music away from us and gave us this BS. And now that sells. And this artist is better than Tupac. And this artist is better than Brand Nubian. This artist is better than DMX because of the content that they put out. And it's all brainwashed for division. And now they even got the women in it. So at the end of the day, like I said, Clubhouse can be used for great purposes. And at the end of the day, I hope everybody on this platform get what they need out of it. But one thing I won't be a part of is the drama. That's what it's about. I don't want no parts of that. I ain't making these things being no dummy. I'm not planning to live a long life by doing what I need to do, keeping the knowledge that is above and trying to live by right the best way I know how. But we're not getting into that internet keyboard thugging stuff that Clubhouse seem to bring for most of these platforms. And you see them, and then they're gone. Oh, they built the room. Like, here's the thing, crazy as it may sound, they're praying for the downfall of this room
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just because they're
because if it's
not
going
in
to
it
move
or
in a
part
different
of it.
direction. That's crazy.
But they could pray all they
I heard
want.
somebody
We
heard this say like, I'm y'all father. Y'all look at my son.
nah.
Fuck the
I
downfall of
know
this
I
room.
know
This
my parents.
motherfucker wishing death on people.
He
See
could
that?
yeah, that shit is
I don't
key.
wish no death on them.
My life is
I I,
amazing, bro. Like
I wish
really
a
good.
long life.
And he said I be cheesing, bro. I'm happy. I have a good life, bro. I've been through mad shit, bro. I done lost two of my best friends. I done been through everything, bro. And now I'm able to say I'm able to support myself off my craft, bro. I'm happy. Like nobody, I wasn't supposed to be here, bro. So I'm happy. No trust fund, no manager, no family in the industry, just me, bro. Just me. Little skateboard nigga. That's it.
I feel you there. Salute to that. And me myself, I don't want to go too much into detail, but I'm a walking testimony. I done been to death door before, and it ain't nothing nice. So every day that I take it more than some people do. I'm blessed every day that we wake up with our eyes open and even a chance to speak and breathe. So to get on this platform and get all tough guy and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna see you, I'm gonna pull up and stickers on doors and all this crazy stuff that they got going. Y'all can have that, baby. Y'all can have that. I don't want no parts of it. Call it coward, whatever. I'm a black man with a family to protect and provide for, and that's my number one goal. So when I have some downtime and y'all speaking about topics that's paramount to us as a people, like y'all was speaking about that purge joint that's going on with Illinois, which is to me like a test run for other states to implement in the upcoming days and years to come. That's something that we should be focusing on, not who want to pull up and your mom's a bitch and fuck you and your family and all that stuff that we hear. Like, come on, that's not even. We got enough problems, B. I don't need no more problems. I don't need to add that to my life. We already got enough stress in our daily living. We living in a time of inflation.
Yo, Kareem,
A bitch
that's
got to
that's
make
the way.
money out here.
Kareem, that's the way that they able to implement shit like that is because niggas ain't paying enough attention. Let me not say niggas. People not paying enough attention or focusing on the right things. That's why they able to slip shit like this in without motherfuckers saying anything or caring.
Me, you, and Brick, I believe, was talking earlier about AI, the AI effect that's coming down the pipeline. You worried about talking about beef, and I'm on my vegan movement. Let me say that. But there's more paramount things going on. People are losing their jobs daily. That being replaced by fucking artificial intelligence. Who talking about that? Fuck what's going on in your hood. Forget who's the hot artist here and there. But I guess that's it. But I guess that segues to keep us thinking on the right side of the game when the left hand is doing something totally different. Or the fact that in the next 10 years, unless you got some kind of technical skill, you ain't even gonna have a job.
Not at all. They got
Your
machines doing
manual
your
labor is
job.
not needed. I don't gotta pay you 10, 15, $20 an hour when I can pay for upkeep of a robot to do the same job faster with less problems, and they ain't gonna have no problems coming in when I tell them to come in. That's the type of stuff we need to be talking about. Or how they keep changing these laws that like we should be concerned about that now the shorty can't have an abortion now. It's gonna be too many people. We already ain't got enough resources. What's going on here? Like people need to wake the freak up, man. Real talk. This minor bullshit that we talking about. The people that ain't talking about it, the major ones, the other races. You see them quiet as hell. They lining up, they uniting up. Only us still worried about that minor dumb shit. I'm gonna do this to you and nah, man. Self hate is the worstest thing we got going on. Division between black men and black women, we gotta find a way to get that shit right. Because everybody else is united. And what's coming down the pipeline, we're not ready for. When we was talking earlier, I said, let's say for instance, they did some crazy shit. Fuck with the communication system, electricity, and took off this internet that we all speaking on. Or took out the lights in the air. Like I said, I call it the Hurricane Katrina effect. That was a very great sample size to see. What happens then? We're worried about the wrong things. And in my opinion, I ain't gonna be too funny. They play with that joint. I ain't gonna go all in detail, but they play with that joint. They manipulate it, in my opinion. We going through gentrification wherever we live. I live in Jersey. The projects where that was all around me as I was growing up, they're gone. They put in townhouses where I used to be, the same streets we used to run through where the projects was. They're gone. They're knocking them down. Less Section 8, more daggone townhouses that you can't afford to live in. That's the type of stuff we need to be talking about. Not this minor bullshit about who's this and what's that, and I'm going to pull up and do that. You lose, they lose, we lose.
Right.
But
So
that's too much clubhouse. Like that's why rooms like this, I hope that like minds like bring that shit, yo. Stop with all the call them purple people. We know the white man. Yeah. Say that.
yeah.
What do we have to lose at this
I agree with everything you saying. You know, I was over there for a long time too, and I got some bad news in June that I have stage 3 colon cancer, and you know, I felt like I was part of the family, and I wanted to share it, but I didn't. But I'm sharing it with you all. You know, when I sit here now, I can't go to work because of the profession I have as a housekeeper. I work for a lot of different hotels and a contract cleaner. I'm out of work for the whole year, man. You know, and people shared it with people. I got off Facebook because family members was on Facebook assassinating my character, doing all type of things, and it hurt me, you know, for people to say, "Oh, that's why you got what you got." This uh you look dead or you have dead. You know, it kind of hurt me, but it let me know that this is how you really felt about me. So at the end of the day, you know, I was listening when I first got on here. I was listening to somebody that worked at Bank of America, and y'all was having a seminar or something, and I was really interested in it, but I caught it at the last end. And and you know, all these guys that started this group, I listen to y'all in the morning, come up with a narrative. Y'all used to talk about on the ride to work, what's the weather in your town? What's the weather in your town? You know, the truck drivers talking about, you know, how things was going in their cities and, you know, different little things that happen on the news in their city. And it was very interesting and motivating to get up in the morning and hear that kind of stuff because those are positive things, saying positive affirmation to each other, you know, especially the guys. You know, you don't really hear that a lot from guys, just like you don't really hear that a lot from women. Women motivating and encouraging other women instead of hating on them, you know, because they got a BBL or something like that. That's why I like to be loyal, you know what I'm saying? Um, on here because this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for knowledge on how to start up my own cleaning business, how to get the financial assistance that I need, how to promote my brand. You know, it's a lot of young people that done went to college and got those degrees that can share something with me. That's why a lot of times I just don't say anything. I listen, you know, and um motivate myself. But this is a bitter pill for me to swallow, you know. I'm fighting for the fight of my life. And a lot of people that I thought would be there for me, baby, I tell you, it's a journey. You know, I
What I
still,
can say to you is positive energy in your fight. I mean, you come out the best way that you can. Just keep fighting, sister. We come from a lot of things, and like that might seem like it's something that's detrimental to you, but do your best. And there's brothers like me on the outside that's praying for your health to be in strength and your strength.
That's right.
you know, and I appreciate that. You know, like you said, you want to run. You know, I used to fly to New York all the time. I wouldn't have no problem coming up there supporting you and helping you with helping you with your campaign because, they have a lot of different apps and stuff like that where they meet and greet people. I heard my cousin in Virginia was telling me about uh they they had little meet and greet things going uh on Bigo. Uh, one of her cousins, she flew somewhere. I think she went to North Carolina to meet somebody that she met on Bigo. But it's potential in this group, and I really wanted to flourish. You know what I'm saying? And keep it just the way it is, just like you said, because uh that's what I'm looking for. And I think everybody on here is looking for the same thing. That's why we here. We ain't here by mistake. You know what I'm saying? We ain't in this group by mistake. We in this group for a reason. God put us to meet each other for a reason, to motivate one another and prosper. Because I could see this time in January, when I finish my chemo, I could see this room multiplying. I really can, you know. And that's my goal, to help us multiply and learn different little things. Like I said, I'm a housekeeper. I went from doing hotels, cleaning major hotels downtown Chicago, to getting laid off to doing contract work with a real estate company. So I did that. Now then I started doing going to people's houses in the northern part of the suburbs of Illinois, where rich white people at, and it's money into it. So I'm trying to build my brand because I want to help these young girls out here that don't do nothing but sit at home, that really don't want to work because for some odd reason they just want to be on Facebook. Because I got 5 daughters, but I and 5 nieces, so I watched them, and each one of them I took to work. The ones that wasn't working, I took them to work, but the ones that got 2 or 3 kids and 24 and not even 30 yet, if you can keep your house clean, you can go to work and make $20 an hour or $15 an hour and be finished between, from the time you drop your kids off at 8:30, you can be finished by 1 o'clock. Then you got 2 hours time to yourself. Pick your kids up at 3:30. That's my goal, to try to help the young kids that don't know their way, the ones that's been in DCFS custody that don't have family, or family is messed up or whatever, that once they turn 18 and the system kick them out to the streets, they homeless, to help them see, okay, yeah, I sold drugs and I caught a case, and now my background messed up and da 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 da, to help them get see that they can uh drive truck, get their CDLs, or you know, you just drive us to the locations of where we working at. Say we working in Champagne for the couple of days. Drive us out there, you can get paid. You be finishing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you still have the rest of the day to do whatever you need to do. That's what I really want to do. And if God's grace and mercy, I beat this. Once this year is over with, I go back to work. That's what I'm finna do. Open up my own cleaning business. Give me a couple of trucks. So in the summer, you make money. In the winter, I can put the guys out there, drive salt trucks and stuff like that, and do a little landscaping, but not much, just to show them that somebody out there care about them. Because the way it is now, man, it is terrible. I mean, I literally woke up at 3 o'clock this morning. I could swear to God if they weren't shooting on the side of my window. And I thought I heard somebody boom, fell. And I was like, oh Lord. So I went to the front part of the house and looked out the window to see if the police wasn't out there. But nobody was out there. It was over with. But it's just, it's hard. And it's gonna get even harder because the way the system is now, it's gonna be a food shortage. They're gonna cut these benefits. They already going after these people with them that did the little PP loans. It's so many thousands of people that's about to lose their Section 8 in Chicago. I don't know where these people gonna live. They're gonna be living together. Family members gonna either have to let them live with them until they can get on their feet and get a job and take care of themselves, or a lot of people gonna be homeless. It's gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better. You know, I don't see it. I don't see it getting worse. You got I don't forget how many people they said, but it's a lot of people who are about to lose their Section 8 because they did those PPP loans, and they going after them in the state of Illinois, Chicago, and Cook County, and these
Wow.
girls gonna be homeless. I gotta look. Yeah, but yeah, it was on. Yeah, they've been talking about it. People losing it, but all of them haven't lost it yet. A lot, even the workers. I think it was like 400 or 500 workers even lost their jobs too because of those PPP loans that work for CHA and Cook County Housing Authority. So it ain't finna get better. It's finna get worse. You see what I'm saying? Then you got the immigrants that's coming over from another country. You don't know if these people are pedophiles, bond makers, rapers, murderers, or killers. We don't even know nothing about these people that's coming from foreign countries. They a total different breed than what Americans are. You see what I'm saying? And they all coming over here by the boatloads.
And that's
Boatloads.
what
But
go ahead.
I can't hear you.
I want to say this, sister, salute to you and your efforts, and keep speaking those things into existence as though they are when they are not. You keep
Right.
fighting. You might be in the fight of your life, but keep standing on the strength that you have. You sound like a strong sister, and you have a lot of great ideas. And if you can find people in your area that can support those ideas, that would be very beneficial to the youth that you're trying to touch. So don't you're in your own personal fight, and I believe that with your strength that you have, you'll persevere. So just keep fighting on, because that's all as black people what we know how to do. We get knocked down, we get up. They do this to us, we find another way to make it happen. So keep in your efforts. As a brother that's from another place, I say this to you: just keep that you got on, and all of the will change. The mindset that you have, we have hope.
Thank you. Thank you. I land my plane.
And we praying for you,
That's
sending you
another
healing
thing right there.
vibes, and you will beat that. You will beat that because we know you're strong. You're a fighter. We're gonna put that behind you. But we appreciate having you up here. You're welcome anytime, Miss Asia. Thank you.
Thanks. I needed that. I've been wanting to share it for a minute because I thought I was sick. I thought I was depressed because I lost. It was like this. January, my auntie died of cancer. October, my mom died of cancer, breast cancer, but then she had a little underlying issues too. But she died in October. So Mother's Day, I thought I was sick. I was depressed for my mom. I went to the hospital June the 2nd, found out that I had this cancer, and I've been dealing with it wholeheartedly, and only through the grace of God that I've been able to get up and move around and do what I got to do on a day-to-day basis, and not let it get me down. But my kids are like totally against me uh doing chemo. One of my uncles is against it because his wife had cancer, but she beat it for 10 years and then she died. So I've been drinking this tea and doing the chemo too, and I'm able to get up and move around. I don't go out that much, but I'm able to get up and move around, and I thank God for that. So I know that it's a journey that I'm fighting, but I'm willing to give it all that I got, and just to really, see how people are. It like it put me in a. I think I had like a meltdown. Everybody bickering and bickering about how they felt. I said, well, if anybody should be fucked up and having an attitude every day, it should be me because I'm the one battling cancer. I might not make it. You know what I'm saying? And when I said that to my oldest daughter, she like broke down and cried because she was going through her own little trial. She had to come back home until she found a place or whatever. And every day she came in here with an attitude every single day. And once I brought that to her, her attitude changed. And just like my immediate family, everybody is supportive. You know, everybody is supportive. You know, they got my back, but I try not to put, too much burden on nobody because right now I'm able to get up, cook and clean for myself, do what I need to do, so I just gave everybody a little goal. You do this, you do that, you do this and you do that. My 5 daughters, I mean. And then my brother, he picks me up uh every 14 days I go to chemo. He picks me up when I finish chemo. So everybody in my immediate family is very supportive. And I know that I'm gonna beat this. It's just the fact that uh unemployment won't give me my money. I'm having financial difficulty. And it's like, who wants to be worried about how they gonna provide for themselves when they delete all their savings? You know what I'm saying? So, that's
That
been kind of on my mind. And the more I think about it, it's like I'm not gonna worry about it. Uh, as long as God provides me with a place to stay, food to eat, um, and I'm able to use my internet and watch my TV, I'm okay. I'm grateful. I really am. I'm just wanting this process to be over because I want to go back to work. Because I'm just tired of not feeling like a productive member of society because I'm not used to sitting on my ass. I'm just not used to doing it. So I was trying to think if I could find something to do online, work from home online, where I could just use my fingers on a computer and make me some money. I think I'm gonna look into that, but it's like when I researched a lot of little companies, it's like spam, like a spam kind of thing. So if anybody out there know um where you can work from at home online, let me know. I can look into it. I land my plane.
Chico,
Go
Chico
go
actually be
to
doing that shit.
go to Indeed.com.
Okay, I
And
got Indeed.
yeah, go to that and type in work from home, and um, they're usually legit on
Okay,
Indeed.com.
thanks.
You're welcome.
and once again, I have to say this: these are the type of things that we need to be discussing here on this platform. The jargon is going to be platform presents. I'm going to use the platform for balance intent, in my opinion, and there's other people behind that.
In the matrix a little bit.
Stay divided. But your story is very touching, sister. And like I said, positive energy to you. And I hope and I pray that you beat this that illness. But and while you're fighting that fight, just keep your heart in the place that you got. You have your mind in the right direction, and the things that you're speaking about, keep speaking on those things, and act as you can. And it seems like you have a system around you that's going to help in the process, and hopefully you can see some of the things come to fruition.
We all we got. We all we got.
And we're
That's
all
a
we
fact.
need. We're all we need. You know, I done testified in here several times. Y'all helped me through a lot.
There should be a law against, like, you know how they got labor laws? They should have a law, or somebody should put a law in place so that these robots can't just take over. Because they will eventually if nobody does nothing.
That's like I don't need if I have to go through self checkout, the person standing there to help you if something isn't working right. No, no, no. You come here and you just check me out. I don't work here.
See, I'm the type, I like to go to the self checkout because I don't like them little awkward conversations they be trying to have and shit. Sometimes they be trying to talk too much. And I like to move fast too. So I be boop boop and I'm out. No bag, no nothing. I'm out.
Shit, I done got on my own way where I don't even go to the stores no more. I let other people shop for me. Instacart it.
Yeah, I use that too. But sometimes I don't like how the prices that are in the store don't match the prices on the app.
Yeah, I understand that there because they inflate. Let's say that everything is inflated.
Exactly.
See that Instacart shit, I can't really fuck with it because like I'll go to the supermarket, right? Say you checking out, getting off the register. You see a whole bunch of shopping carts just sitting there. And that's sometimes that's what it be. That shit'll be fucking sitting there for hours before somebody takes that shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah, I try not to order like meat or I try not to order that. And like, see, I have mine. I used to tie pods and trash bags of hefty, I think. And I have them on, I subscribe. And so just before I'm running out, it's already at my door from Amazon.
This nigga Ted used to steal Tide Pods.
What? For what reason, Ted?
Eddie, I knew you changed once you start wearing them in Mary hats.
Ted.
What you over there playing a game or something? You been
No,
quiet.
I was watching a movie, but that bitch over. But you know what I wanted to tell you? Rory and Maul got me, bruh.
That shit fire.
Shit, the episode they did with Jay Fonzie, I forgot whatever, Lil Murder. The interview they did with Lil Murder
Who little murder?
from P Valley.
Oh, I ain't
Down
on
in
that.
Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throw
If
them
you throw
bands,
'em up,
then you know she gonna shake it.
Yeah, I don't know
1,
nothing
2,
about that
shake
P
it.
Valley shit. That's different.
But it's a good show.
I'm gonna leave that one alone because I have a whole different concept when it comes to stuff like that.
And watch, he gonna
Go
he
ahead,
gonna
go
win the
ahead,
Emmy.
go ahead,
He
Kareem.
gonna win the Emmy for it.
Speak your shit, Kareem.
The emasculation of the black man is present and highly valued in that show.
Ooh, that's what I thought. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen one little clip and it was some weird shit, and I was like, yeah, that ain't for me.
It's just something to me that, like, as a man, I don't do the alpha and omega and the betas and all that other stuff. Why is that we're always celebrated when we're less than who we actually are? The sister Monique got a Oscar or whatever Emmy for being a bad black mother. Black men are not justified in their actual acting abilities until they put on a dress or do they something in the alternative lifestyle way. It just bothers me. And like I have kids and they watch that show. I don't personally watch the show because once I saw some certain things, somebody by the name of Uncle Cliff that looked more like a wannabe than what is, it was a total turn off to me. But those type of things, that lies in hip hop, we as long as we're betrayed in a negative light, you get celebrated. And that's just something that I see. That's why I turn off the tube. I rarely watch TV anymore because the stuff that it puts in your head, to each his own, like you live your life. But I saw that and I saw the dude that that played that individual on the show, and yeah, you made it to the mainstream with being an emasculated black man. Now you're celebrated. And that's a whole nother wave that they're doing to us as men. To be a masculine black man in America, you're almost in the minority. Yeah, I said that. And if you're a masculinated woman, you're also celebrated as well,
But
out of order.
we can't ignore the fact that that is some people's story. That is some people's real life, and they're just bringing those people's stories to life like they do other stories.
What up, JT? What up,
But why is it magnified with us and not other races?
Well,
I got the
it,
rebuttal for you though, Kareem. Go
there
ahead and finish though.
there are a lot of shows where there are white men that they are in those roles. Look at Tom Hanks in Philadelphia. But that's just one that just jumps out because I do think he won awards for that. But there are other shows more so. Really, to be honest, it's just been in recent years where they have been showing black men more in that way on television. Now, Tyler Perry, he's been doing it, but like I'm talking about on big screen and just seems like nowadays, whatever you're watching, there's usually a couple or, you know, they're shown on the TV. But I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not judging anybody or saying I'm for or against, but I'm saying the story exists. There are real people living that life, and it's just comparing it to like black people, how we didn't see ourselves on TV, we wasn't represented, and it's the same for the people who are homosexual. I mean, I'm not judging nobody. You live your life as long as you're not hurting anybody, you're not hurting me or you're not doing something to hurt somebody, I don't have a problem with you or whatever. And I don't have a problem with their stories being represented, just like everyone else's story. Because at the end of the day, they are people too. And a lot of people have committed suicide, and a lot of people have been killed because they're trying to be or live what they say is their truth. And I just don't think anybody should judge it. We're not God, it's not our place. And so everybody needs an understanding. And if you don't like it, like you say, don't mess with it, you change the channel. People that do watch it and get an education out of it or whatever you want to call it, they can watch it. But if you don't, you can change the channel. But I don't think anybody should judge another person.
I have the problem that they're socially engineered on our children, our young boys, more so. I come from a different time. I'm not no old head or get off my lawn type of individual. But when it comes to the black man, we're already behind the eight ball. And as you show, the image you present will justify the community that is. And this is like we're getting this. If you want to go deep, let's go deep. We already have the uprising of the black woman, and salute to that to every sister that's manifesting themselves, doing themselves. But you're taught to not lead the black man. You're one of only no races teach their daughters to be independent. Now you take that, that's one caveat, and now you portray images and a high mannerism of black men on TV that are emasculated. Watch your average TV show. Who's the head of the household? And watch how she put the black man in another place that's not head or king of this throne that we keep talking about kings and queens. And that's another thing I took out my own language, this king and queen concept. Because in today's world, people have the right to live as they want to live. I ain't even worried about that. I know who I am. I'm good there. And yes, everybody has a right to tell their story. But when you magnify it and start bothering my children through the literature, through the TV screen, through social media, only people lose in the end are black people. Because they've been around. I take it back something simple. Y'all remember good times, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, of
You remember
course.
how
Yeah.
Florida you remember how Florida demasculated James, JJ, and Michael?
How?
Yeah, how?
Because
I never
everything
caught
they
that.
wanted to do, she had an objection to.
Mm.
Don't believe me? Watch the
Okay,
series.
okay, hold on. Stop right there. Let me give you some rebuttal on that. Don't you think you probably need a objection? You know what I'm saying? Not to say it's for you to abide by it, but you always will need somebody to have a different thought. You know what I'm saying? A different perspective on it.
And I didn't see her as doing that because James was what you want to call, like people would call a man's man. James would not let her do that to him. Okay, she didn't want to put black Jesus up on the wall. James said, "Oh no, no, we putting black Jesus up." He put it back up there. She didn't take it down. He didn't take it down again. It stayed up there until he was done having the good luck he said he wanted to have. Um, but several times he was James Evans. People want to glorify Bill Cosby as America's dad. James Evans was more of what you would call America's dad to me than Bill Cosby was.
A struggling black man that couldn't keep a job.
Well, back in the time it was filmed,
But see, once again, this is the social engineering. The theme song told us that in the beginning. Like we happy in the projects. What could be better than that? But another thing that goes into what I'm saying is if you watch the show, Thelma didn't get that treatment like the boys did. No matter what JJ got into, no matter what Michael got into, somehow it was suppressed by Florida. And it also got to the point that even the writers of the show had to write James off and leave the house without the man. Now, how do you respond to that?
Yeah, that was behind
I,
the scene politics. But yeah, they could have recasted him. They definitely could have done that. He wanted to leave because he of
But
the
they gave it.
treatment,
See, I
but
don't
they
think
could
you
have
get what I'm
recast
saying.
him.
It was a systematic way to remove the black man from the house, as other things did. That's why today in the world we live, majority of homes have the mother and the father is distant for whatever
I,
reason.
I mean, I would agree with that if the actor didn't want to leave the show. He didn't want to renew his contract. Had he renewed his contract, he would have still been on there.
all right. Whatchamacallit? So what you were saying though, Kareem, I felt like this. You got wolves and you got sheep. You know what I'm saying? No matter what type of what you say is systematic programming or whatever word you said, they got people who gonna be wolves and got people who gonna be sheep. The sheep gonna follow, the wolves gonna, you know what I'm saying, hunt. You gotta be for you to be a good leader, you gotta be a good follower. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what you wanna follow. If you subject to that, you know what I'm saying, you gonna follow to that. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I like the little show P Valley, you know what I'm saying, they just give me different perspectives of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, when them graphic ass scenes come on, you know what I'm saying, I fast forward that shit. I ain't trying to see that shit. But like they got other people in that show that pretty much how can I put this? Like everybody on that show can have their own spinoff. So I go deeper into it, you know what I'm saying? Far as like me living that type of lifestyle, fuck no. I wouldn't want to live that type of shit.
And yeah, we have to quit blaming society and others on saying they're influencing our kids or other people. I've raised three sons. They love Martin. They watched Martin be Shanae and any other character he was. None of them ever have had the desire to wear a dress or anything like that, and they never ever would. So we're just gonna have to quit projecting what our kids or other people decide to do onto TV and video games because you raise your children, and if what you've instilled in them is strong, then hopefully they will go the way you want them to go. But I can't blame other people if my children make a decision of what certain way they want to live their lives. Because if that was the case, all my children would be the same because they pretty much watch the same TV, play the same video games, but they're all three their own different individual people. I told you my story of the bad time I've had with their father. None of my kids would ever disrespect, mistreat, yell at a woman. But unfortunately, they watched that. But they made the choice. You know how some people say, there's just some people were like one son grew up and he was an alcoholic. The other son grew up, never touched a drink. And if you ask them, why, why do you drink? Why are you an alcoholic? Because I watched my dad, and that's what he did. And then you ask the other one who doesn't drink, why you don't drink alcohol? Why you don't want to drink alcohol? Because I watched my father, and that's what he did. The same answer, but different roads were taken.
If there was not an agenda, why is it pushed so hard though? You see, what I think that we're missing in this conversation is for someone like myself, we were presented with images of strong men in a different time when it came to television, whether it was whatever the show was, a different world, different type of shows that we watched as we were growing up. But now it's almost like, see, this is where I know social engineering really works. We have accepted that there are people that live a different lifestyle. Okay, fine and well. I'm not going to fight against that because it's a losing battle. And there's, like you said, people that took their lives because they were in that way. But for the image, we don't need that image to be paramount. Yes, you can tell your story, but tell me how many times do you see a strong black man these days? Heck, in the coming couple more days, a true story is coming out with the sister Viola Davis, Woman King. Do that even sound right? When you look at TV today, you see strong women and emasculated men. If you see the storylines that's being put in place, the men is the order is out of order, in my opinion. And it's only my opinion. I respect y'all to every degree, but I see us as black men having to, far as leaving on TV, the Tyler Perrys, the Kevin Harts, the Martin Lawrences, the Will Smith 6 Degrees of Separation. The images are not to show these young boys this is a strong black man. And then you add into the fact that in most of the households of the raising or the parenting, mama's there, but the father isn't. So we're devoid of what is the image of a man to be. Not saying that a woman can't raise a good young boy to be a great man. Never will say that. But when you devoid the black man in the household, the images that you give that boy, yes, in your case, salute. It didn't happen for your children. I respect that wholeheartedly. But more so than not,
What
that's
about
not the case.
Spartacus though?
Who?
Spartacus, you ever seen that TV show? The Blacklist, that's another one. NCIS, that's another one. Like, have you ever watched any of those shows?
I really don't watch too much TV these days to corrupt my
What
to
about
stop
what
my
the
mind from
Shy
wandering.
doing?
Huh?
What about the TV Shy? See, I
Oh,
think you growing up,
they have the alternative lifestyle in there too.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying? They
Where's the
show
father?
about 5 different points of the black man though in that show.
Is
You
there a
got
strong
the
image that's shown in there?
yes, you got one where you know what I'm saying he's the owner of a barbecue shop. You got another one, you know what I'm saying, they give you kind of a street aspect. You got another one that just got out of prison and is on the right path, you know what I'm saying, doing work up in the community. And Spartacus, the one of the top trainers, and was the black was well, not the top trainer. One of the head trainers was a black man, and he was one of the strongest warriors. Um, NCIS, you got, you know what I'm saying, some strong black male figures in that. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what TV show that you're watching.
Right, and you have This Is Us, who have won tons of awards. This Is Us. You have Sterling K. Brown. There's nothing, no stronger than him in his role on This Is Us. He's won several awards, Best Actor for it.
I mean, I don't want to make it sound like there's no images of us in a strong light. I just believe that an agenda is being pushed to emasculate the black man. And that's just my opinion.
You ever heard of the warrior gene?
I might have.
So, with that gene, do you think the systematic program can block that gene?
Probably not.
Okay, so that goes back to my point of telling you some people gonna be sheep and some people gonna be wolves.
I get that. But I also get that you can socially engineer the wolves and the sheep. Like I said, if you give me an image to look at, it's almost like I said, TV is a very perfect example of what I'm saying. You had the James Evans. They showed him as what the sister said as a real black father, but they showed us Bill Cosby as the American dad, as a black man. When in most cases, even when we was growing up, that wasn't the black father. Well, in my time, the black father wasn't even around. I'm a '80s baby. I'll tell my age. We 44. So when we was growing up in real life, he wasn't there. On TV, he wasn't there. We all cleaved on to Big Mama. That's why, like, we can go down a rabbit hole. It's a lot of different ways. I just have a belief, unlike any other nationality, we raise our women to be independent and not needed of the black man. That's one of the reasons I believe that we marriage is more so on decline for us than more so other people because they're taught to have women that are raised to be wives and men to be husbands and us to be independent of each other and that we have this divide that's going on. Once again, in majority of households, statistics don't lie. Your son or your daughter is more likely to be raised by the mother, absent of the father. And now we're turning the number around a little bit. I can say that. A lot of black men are getting back into their children's lives, and that's very beautiful. But it's still a stigma on us black men. It's not no woe is me mentality. I just think it's social engineering.
Valid point, but I think it's more for what we see in our everyday lives more than it is TV. Like you said, I was never a big TV person, and I had a strong dad. I mean, yeah, he was a truck driver and he lived in South Carolina, but I know I knew who my dad was and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more what we see every day is more important. I think we as fathers raise our daughters to be independent women. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want them to have to depend on the next dude. Correct?
As a father, you're the first man that your daughter needs to know. And if you're not there, then the man that she don't know has a chance to corrupt her mind. Am I wrong for saying that?
Yeah, but I also ask you a question. As a father, don't don't we often raise our daughter to be independent and she don't want her to have to depend on the next man?
No, that's what mothers do.
Nah, because I make sure I set the standard of when a, if you're gonna find a man, he has to match my level at an all-time high. Not only how financially, I showed them how I treat their mom and my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. I do what I do so they know what a real man is. So yes, it's kind of
She looks to you
I'm
for your
raising
effort.
them. I'm raising them to be independent women, but also I'm not raising them to be a miserable
So you do
independent
the
woman.
same thing that most mothers do. You teach your daughter to not need a man. Is that correct?
I tell you, like, no, you don't need nobody. Cause
Nah,
that's
see,
cause
we
that
need each other. See, that's the mentality that right there that keeps us divided. The black
why
man needs the black woman. The black woman needs the black man. United we
I'm not,
stand, divided we fall. This independent stuff is don't get teach by no other race but us. You think white women, white fathers, or white mothers teach their daughters to not need a man? You think the Asian women teach their daughters to not need a man? Hell, in most races, they arrange for them to be with a man. But we're the only people that's on the planet that keep telling our daughters, be a strong woman. You don't need no man for nothing. And then guess what? You have women that have kids by men that they don't want to have kids with, but they had a moment, and now you have a divided family because it wasn't created in unity.
you can't
I
see.
feel that, Kareem, but what happens if, boom, they do fall in love, they wind up having a baby, right? And this man catch a heart attack. So now it's a divided family now because the man is no longer here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see nothing wrong with teaching a daughter to be independent for the simple fact it shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't want to be with you because I need you. I should want to be with you because I love you and I, you know what I'm saying, want to be around.
Bingo.
Once you put that need into the, you know what I'm saying, that need going to overpower certain decisions because now I need you. But when I don't need you, all my decisions are based off of what I want instead of what I need.
I respect that. I just, like I said one more time, no other race of people think like that but us.
But a lot of
Most other
those
races
other
raise their daughter
people,
to find a good man that provides protection and security. That's why, funny as it may seem, and I don't care who don't like it, black men get on and leave your ass for a white girl
I
because
mean, but
she's been prepared for that position.
okay, okay, but let me ask you a question. Can you honestly say most of them are happy because they need that man? I mean, why should you be in a miserable situation because you need to be with that man? Why can't you be independent on yourself where you don't need nobody but your happiness? A lot of people are married miserable. Miserable.
True, very much true.
Here's the thing though. I get that. Everybody should be independent. Every woman, every man should have a level of independence instilled them and they should pass that on to their children. But there's certain values that are taught, that are displayed, that are learned when there's a shared household, when you have a mother and a father in that household. And those values is what teaches these children to grow up and share the same. Now, when you're independent, it's cool. Like, you're gonna raise a hustler, but they might not be the best team player. You know, there's a lot of things that come with that, bro.
You are absolutely right. I don't know. I got daughters and I got sons. I teach them to be the best them, but also in that process, in your journey to focus, I mean, I say this respectfully, all my kids are by the same woman, and I married their mother. Whereas we've been since divorced for whatever reason, but we co-parent the same, and our kids is the ultimate, the best they can be in society is what we are more about. But in more so cases than not, I had their friends that used to come by my house to see me play Johnny, fill in, or rent a pop because they didn't get to see that at home. And as a father to daughters, I'm the first image they see in what a man's supposed to be. So if I'm not present in their life, there's a slick talking nigga on the corner, Pookie, Ray Ray, whatever they call him on the internet, that's gonna captivate her and may lead her the wrong way. So that independent thing that we keep uh pushing is only us. I don't hear this from no other race of people but black people. Be independent. Everybody else understand the assignment. I need you in some form of fashion. You need me. And if we don't find each other, we're going to be half without a half. Like that 50-50 thing that's going on. Like it's the weather about to change. You about to see dudes get real nice with these girls. There's more so than not. They're the head of household and their name is on the lease. So when they call them people, he gotta go because of the independence.
Yeah, but if he was independent too and on his shit, she wouldn't play with him like that.
Facts.
True. I will not knock that. But like I just wow. This is really this is really eye opening. It really is. And I thank you all for all y'all opinions, and they're all respected. Let me say that. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying y'all wrong. I just have this thing that I come from a different era. Maybe I'm an old head, and then most where the era I came from, a lot of black fathers wasn't in the home, but as I became an adult, a lot were, and I saw these images that from my own father, that he was with my mother for like 27 years of my existence. Then they had their departing, but I saw the image of a united family, and nobody that's on this platform cannot tell me that those that come from a two-parent home, in some cases, it determines it might be toxic, whatever may have you, but in the right mindset of thinking that if you have your mother and your father in the house, you turn out better than whether you just have your mother in the house. It's nobody can tell me that. Studies will go against your numbers all day. And it's more so important for the mother to have, because she's going to teach her daughter if she went through this experience where she left with the wrong man, got pregnant, and did this and the third. She's going to push that on her, and then on the other side of it, if it's the wrong man, the son is going to get her fury for that. That's why you leave a lot of these young men that come out into the world when it comes to dating women, looking for their mama, and then your girlfriend got to do the job that your mother didn't do. Same vice versa. This nigga got to do the job that your father didn't do. Why you think so many women is so cool and they're adults to calling their boyfriend daddy? Because the one that should have played the part didn't.
Nah, see, I don't play that shit. Don't call me no daddy, nigga. That's some weird ass shit.
You don't
You
like your
may not, but plenty do.
you daddy?
I'm with you. I never, for any female I ever dealt with, ooh, daddy, nah, mom, we don't rock like that. That sound like some incest type joint. We don't play them games. But there's plenty that do. And there's a lot of boys that look for the girl that they deal with to do the things that their mama either did or didn't do.
But hold up, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? Like, what's wrong with a female, you know what I'm saying, doing some shit that my mama, you know what I'm saying, did? You see a bump in my face, you know what I'm saying? You want to pop that. Go ahead. You know
Bible
what I'm saying?
says a
Make
man
sure,
should leave his mother and father and cleave on to his wife. What do you mean?
I,
What's wrong with that?
hold on, let me rock. Let me rock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready for work or something, you know what I'm saying? You probably get the little meticulous stuff for me to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and leave out the house with. Know what I'm saying? Look at look, know what I'm saying, after a nigga like how they mama would. Not saying like on some shit like baby me or some shit like that. Nah, but you know what I'm saying, look out for my best interest. That's why I think when niggas look for their mama and a woman, that's what they looking for a female to look out for their best interest. Not
You
per
be a
se,
smart guy.
oh,
You being
take
smart right
care
now.
of me like my mama.
You being smart right now. I get it though. I got you.
Nah, he
But in
head.
other cases, they want that image of that motherly type of figure.
Oh, hold up, Curry. Who that was that was about to say something?
I was saying you cooking, bro. Go ahead, cause I'm feeling that because shit, if your OG raised you right, you know what I'm saying? She was a good OG, bro. Then you should be looking for somebody like your OG, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that could take care of shit, know how to wash clothes and cook and clean, and you know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's nothing at
And
all.
see, and see, all men are not worthy of the crown because everything you're saying, that's I was raised. My mom, my dad always fixed his plate, always ironed his clothes. Time for him to go to work, she's always making sure he got up on time, come home, he want his back washed while he's in the tub. And I knew all that. When I got married, I did all that. His mom, would make fun of us because he's in the bathroom in the tub and I'm in there with him. I'm washing his back, washing his head. It was enjoyable. Then it turned into, if I don't do it, what's wrong? Why you ain't coming in here watching? You know what I'm saying? I did it on my own because that's what I wanted to do. And then you turn around and you make it a ritual and you're taking advantage or you're taking it for granted. Because if you mistreated me, what do I feel like coming in and washing your back or massaging your head? Oh, what's wrong? You done found somebody else? You washing their back? Just all kind of stupidness other than looking in the mirror and know that maybe you shouldn't have talked to me in the tone you did when I did absolutely nothing to deserve it. Oh, I know what you're doing. Must be your friends or whoever you're hanging around at work. Just all anything other than taking responsibility for the fact that you have been an asshole. And I don't want to touch you right now. And you put up with that for years because you don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to be have failed in a marriage. You don't want your kids to grow up without their father. You don't want to have to find a way to get yourself to work and have them at school, get them to school. You don't want to have to leave them with someone else. Excuses, and it turns around into 30 some odd years where you put up with the disrespect and let your kids see the toxicity because you thought it was better to keep the family together. All men are not worthy of the crown.
Hey, you sound like Big Mama with the untold story.
I have a story. If I told my story,
No, I
Tyler
mean
Perry
when I
would
say that,
be
I don't mean
on
to cut you
it.
off. No, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's where the misconception goes for us as a people because Big Mama played the same role that you're speaking about. She sacrificed so much of herself in situations with, I'm gonna say, like our grandparents. Everybody want that old, like we was always together, and that type of thing. And it was a lot of what you're saying that it was occurring. That she sucked it up for the children. She sucked it up to say that we didn't fail in the marriage. And that's why today, when we raise these independent women that end up getting married, they're 80% of the people that file the divorce because they're not going to stay along for the bullshit. If you make it 5 years, you did something hell of a great.
Wait, you just said that we raise independent women. They're gonna leave because of the bullshit. Am I correct? So why should
No,
they
I'm talking about
stay
the
there?
married woman, brother. I'm talking about the married
Yeah,
woman.
yeah. You say you just said they're independent, so they're gonna leave because they don't want to deal with the bullshit. Exactly. Why should they have to stay there and deal with the bullshit and not be happy.
Again, that goes to the person you choose to deal with. Like you never know. It's a crapshoot, I guess, these days. Like people don't take the time to court to get to know nobody. Flash in the pan, grand opening, grand closing. That's why most of the time when we see black marriages on the decline, as it is in this day and age, people don't get married for the right reasons. They get married for attributes or financial security, or they have a baby by a certain person. I don't know. But no other race goes through this but us. The never ending cycle.
Cap.
Who else go through it like us? Where's the cat? And black marriages, 80% of the divorce rate comes from a woman filing for a divorce from her husband. Show me another race that goes on.
You ain't
La-
see
Latinos.
you ain't
I want
you
to see the numbers.
you ain't
I'm,
see
I'm gonna do the research.
you ain't see Jeff Bezos' wife just take 100 something billion from the man because she wasn't happy. Come on, dog. This has happened.
Come
This
on,
is
we're not gonna do this individual type thing. I'm talking
uh,
about
uh,
as a race of
it
people.
happened.
You you you
It
spin
happened
it.
across the board.
You spin it.
I ain't spinning it. In our community, 8 out of every 10 marriages are ended by the woman. 80% of the divorces in our community. I'm not worried about the white community, the Asian community. I'm talking about us. And then there's the next caveat. 1 in 4 black women actually get married in their whole lifetime. So what are y'all talking about?
But how long did she put up with it? How long before she decided enough is enough
You mean 8 out of every
and
10
she put herself
women asking
first?
that question with their husband?
Okay,
Eight
so
out
why
of
do you
every
think they're
10 women
leaving
are
then?
asking how long they put up enough. So we're the bad guy.
Okay, what do you think they're leaving? Why do you think they're leaving?
Black men don't cheat.
Okay, I'll agree. I'm gonna say this. That was never our problem. I am 99.99999 certain that he never ever cheated on me.
And you still left?
Yes, because he was verbally abusive, emotionally
Thank
abusive.
you.
He's a nasty man, and I put up with it. I fantasized it.
Did you knew that before you married him?
No, I did not. I didn't know a lot of things before I married him. He was not revealed to me. Then
Can
he
I
got real
chime in on this
comfortable.
conversation?
He got real
Go ahead,
comfortable because
chime in.
I let him get real comfortable. So I take responsibility for that. I take full
Let me,
responsibility because I allowed him to get comfortable treating me like that.
I understand what you're saying, Lynn. I got married when I was 21 years old. I was young. I really wasn't married. Wasn't ready for marriage, but I got married. Right. My husband worked every day. He was a good provider, but he also was a cheater. So was I. At the end of the day, a lot of marriages don't work sometimes because one person is more selfish than the other person. You know what I mean? Say for instance, you got a wife. You paying all the bills. She's she's working. She's banking her money. She gets to the point where she wants to be an independent woman. Oh, I can pay my own bills. I can do my own thing because I didn't think this happen. So when a nigga leaves, he cheat outside the marriage. She cheat outside the relationship. So when she get big headed, oh, I can do this myself. Want to be on their own kind of shit. When they get on their own type of shit, they wish they had their husband back because now the money that you was banking, you got to use all that money to pay the bills and do everything to maintain on your own. But you wish you'd have still had that man. That's an unappreciative woman. You understand what I'm saying? And then you got some women that just and men that just get tired of the same piece of sex sort of thing. So if you're not open and honest in the beginning of what type of man or woman you are, then you have problems. But majority of the time, people look at it as a business. Oh well, I got married. Me and my husband, this is a business. No, it's not. It's a business as far as financially. You know, he's providing, you're providing. Everything is 50-50, or he's providing and you take care of the household. That's not the same because people develop resentments. I'm working and doing all this. I seen a skit where a man worked every day, paid all the bills. She worked too, but she worked at home. He come in, he hungry. I've been working 16 hours and you mean to tell me you can't fix me nothing to eat? Oh, you should have brought something before you came home. That wasn't right. That was inconsiderate. But that's how some people are. So when I learned things from getting married at a young age, I didn't value my marriage. I still wanted to be young and rip and run the street. But at the end of the day, um, and then my husband, he changed as well. So now he's sanctified with the Holy Ghost type of man, right? He's no longer a cheater and a alcoholic and all these things, right? But for me, I want a God fearing man, a hard working man, somebody that's gonna motivate me and encourage me, as well as me motivate and encourage him, because it can't be one sided. That's why a lot of people get messed up because it's one sided. You motivate the man and encourage him to do what he wants to do and achieve his goals, and you sitting at home or sit at home mom, and then once he achieve his goal or whatever, you're not the woman that he want to be with. So then he end up leaving, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of people need to be honest with themselves. If you're a man or a woman that likes to uh have somebody else outside your marriage, then before you get married, you need to say that. Otherwise, don't string me along to say no. I'm not a cheater. I'm 100% for you. But then when the woman is not providing for you sexually or emotionally like you want her to, and then you meet somebody out there that can do those things for you, but you don't want to leave your wife, and then you want to a side piece, just say, hey, I like a different piece of pussy every now and then. That's being totally honest and open minded with yourself. Not that you
Mm.
want to lie and betray your wife. You just being open and honest with yourself. You know, I dated a guy for a couple of years, and that's how it was. It took him all this time to realize now that I'm sick, and his wife then divorced him. The second wife, I'll say, that he loved me. I don't want you now. You see what I'm saying? When I was loyal to you and being there for you and understanding my position as a side woman, you walked all over me. You understand what I'm saying? Opposed to my husband. He slept with my sister for 20 years. We was married for 30. We separated for 15. But at the end of the day, I grew up because people have to grow up. Some men do want a woman that's like their mom, not in a bad way, but hardworking, caring, uh, tender to their kids. Because you got some women that's selfish, that'll put all the responsibility on the husband. You know, take the kids to school, do this and do that for the kids. And they don't do shit. You know, but think about themselves. They don't. You know, I mean, you know, it's a lot of different avenues that we can discuss, but the reality of it is, if you honest, open minded with yourself and with your mate, and if they not willing to give you what you require, then it's not gonna balance out. It has to be a balance. That's why they say in the Bible that the man and woman supposed to be equally yoked. That means you're supposed to be
Talk
equally
your
yoked
talk.
in every area of your life, and people not being equally yoked. I land my plane.
Bam, you said a mouthful. Like I'm a mouthpiece. You shut me up, yo. Y'all go on. Ooh, sister said a mouthful right there.
No, I just keep it real with myself and try to keep it real with other people, but you can get involved with a person. Like, okay, I'll give you a prime example. This guy I've been knowing since I was a little bitty girl. We grew up in the same neighborhood. I always portray him as a good guy. I always seen him taking his mama to and from work. Actually, He worked on cars, and he's a heavy kind of guy. So when his mom died, I seen him. You know, he fell through hard times, got on drugs, and then he was going through, you know, trying to keep his mom's building and everything like that. But his baby brother was so rotten. I was like, yo, you ain't gotta, you know, you ain't gotta put up with that. The lights was off, the gas was off, the water was even off. Like, man, you ain't gotta deal with that. I got 5 bedrooms, all my kids moved out. You know, you can come, you know, stay at my house. He didn't have anything. Soon as that nigga got on his feet, I mean, this is what he did. He told his kids he was sleeping in his fucking car, and the only person that helped him was his cousin. Not thinking about, I didn't open my house up to you, I didn't open my bed to you, and everything like that, right? He had a condition. Okay, overlooked the condition. He didn't have anything. So his cousin got him a little contract job where he was doing painting. The kids sent him money. They did the little PPP thing. They put together and sent him like 4 or 5 thousand. And then he started hitting the slots and he won a couple of thousands. Then he started hitting the lottery. Oh, that's my mother shining down on me. That's the lie he told me. But make a long story short, he lied to them kids and told them he was sleeping in the car. They was paying for hotel rooms, got him a rental car. As soon as he got that money, he went and bought another car. How you gonna buy another car? I had an accident in my car, so I don't have a car. You go buy another car, park your car somewhere else, but you got to take me everywhere I gotta go. Make it make sense to me. So I downsized from a 5 bedroom to a 2 bedroom. That nigga thought my blessing was his. My blessing is not your blessing. He got on his feet. He belittled me as a woman. He was selfish. It was all about him. And my girlfriend told me, she said, you know what? He wasn't raised like me and you was, Asia. He was raised to survive, whereas to we wasn't. So I kind of took that into consideration. But here it is. I'm laid off work and I'm trying to get myself together. And then you finally get your little paycheck and you think totally about yourself, but you living with me for free. No, you gotta go. You 60, I'm 53. Make it make sense to me, because it doesn't make sense. You
It sound like
understand? And I had to. He took advantage of me. He
it
took
seemed like you
advantage of
went through the
me. He
builder
didn't
mate
care.
phase.
Huh?
You went through the builder mate phase with a lot of men does.
Explain that to me, because I don't know what it is.
You built him up for somebody else.
Okay, exactly. Well, I can't even say that, because I feel like this. If you got all these blessings, okay, you got your social security and this and that and the third, why are you still living on people? You know, you got a little part-time job and you getting disability or whatever you getting, you should have your own place. A grown man's supposed to have their own. My shit ain't your shit. You understand what I'm saying? If you wanted to be 50-50, that in which I thought it was going to be, it wasn't 50-50. It was me playing 80, you giving up $200. What the fuck is $200? That's household supplies. You know what I'm saying?
If I
Toiletry and
can,
shit like that. You
any
know,
man
but
that's
when a
doing
person think
50-50,
about they self,
that's
it
a
makes it
roommate.
hard, huh?
Any man
When a
doing
person think,
50-50, that's a roommate.
okay, we could have been roommates. Did you hear me say he wasn't trying to? He was out for himself, and I had to put him out. So when I put his ass out, then he wanted to. Oh, I want to patch the holes up for the mouses and all type. No, I don't need you now. I didn't need you when I picked your ass up. I picked you up. You didn't pick me up. We were friends. We were childhood friends. I thought you was a good guy. Me looking at him, I could have swore he was a good guy. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you. You know, a true gentleman. But when he got in my house, that's a bitch ass nigga. And I excuse my French, I had to totally, like, man, the way you acting, I mean, he was like shielding everybody from around me. Even my grandchildren would come over. He act like he didn't want them around. No, nigga, you trying to secure you a place to stay. You not, anytime a person calls diversion when it comes to a friend or a family member, that's because they want to have the power and control. And like you said, me myself personally, I wouldn't send my daughters out to the wolves. That's why I always try to show them the best way. You could be a housewife, you could be a working woman, or you could be an independent woman that take care of yourself and your kids. And whatever your daddy did for you as a child, you get a man that's gonna do the same thing for you and a little bit more, but you do for yourself first. So I get what you said. The gentleman that said he taught his teaches his daughter to be independent because that's what I taught my daughters because you got niggas out here that's straight predators. When I was growing up, I seen guys that pulled up at the high school in a fancy car, picking up these young girls only to solicit them into being prostitute hoes or strung out on fucking drugs to just serve them, especially the ones that was church going women that didn't know nothing about life or how the street life ran. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for the people that I met when I was out there on the street that didn't turn me out to be a drug addict, a prostitute, or a nothing person. That instilled, as long as you go to school and get good grades and do what you need to do, I give you the world. You know what I'm saying? At a young age. And that's what I got. But at the end of the day, you have people out here that does do that, destroy a woman, that will tear you down. You have men that do that. But then you have women that's the same thing. They do it to a young boy. You know, woman 20 or so messing with a 17, 18-year-old boy, fucked his whole head up. So it goes both, like I said, it goes both ways. You just have to learn to balance the two and be true to yourself and say, this is who I am, accept me for who I am, and we can make something work. But if you try to change for your mate, they happy, you miserable than a motherfucker. And then it comes a time, then they thinking like, well, where did I go wrong? You wasn't open minded and honest with yourself and with your mate. That's just simple.
Wow.
Am I right
And
or wrong?
you're right. And that's the other side of the game. That's the other side of the game. Everybody gets finesse. You got to charge that to the game. Because and when it comes to most relationships, everybody's looking to get something out the other party.
Exactly. And that's why they try to say it's a business. It's not a business. It's called being equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? It's not a business. Oh, you working to provide the best family that you can have. You working to save your money for once a year travel with you and your family, and then when your kids get older, you put money to the side for retirement. So when you and your wife is kids gone, graduated high school, college, and all that, you're supposed to be living your best life. Like me, all my kids grown. I got 11 grandchildren. They all got their own houses and doing their own thing. So now it's time for me to live my best life. I should be traveling. You know, if I want to get up and go away for the weekend, I should be able to do that. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it's like if you knew what you knew as a child, as a teenager growing up into adulthood, a lot of stuff we wouldn't even do. A lot of stuff we wouldn't even get ourselves caught up into. But life shows up. It doesn't come with a book. You live and you learn and you grow up. You got some people that still has a mentality of a 15-year-old girl or a 15-year-old boy that thinks that you supposed to do what they want you to do to satisfy them, but they're not supposed to be satisfying you. No, it doesn't work like that. You're supposed to satisfy each other, make each other happy, motivate and encourage. And I find that a lot of relationships, people don't do that. You know, you in one room, he in another room, but you mad because he cheating, because you don't want that spirit of another woman on you, but you ain't doing shit to try to make your marriage work. Make it make sense. You know, a
You
lot of
preaching right
women,
now.
they're
Go
not
ahead.
making it make sense. They not making it make it make sense. He sleeping in one room, you sleeping in another. He cheated, so you don't want to forgive him, but you angry because he's sleeping outside the marriage, but you ain't giving him no pussy. Come on now. You supposed to sexually satisfy your mate. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
vice
you
versa.
got women that's
That
like
works
that.
both ways.
It does work both ways. But guess what? You got women out here like that, and then you got some men. Well, when I first got married to her, she was doing everything, putting on the negligees and really doing her thing. Now she barely want to turn over, even knock me off right quick. So and that's when a man's supposed to speak up and say, "Hey, I miss these things. Let's try to get this back, the fire back going." Then you got people that's selfish. You like,
And see, that's a
fuck
that's a very bad problem with long term marriage. Love got us together, but love ain't gonna keep us together.
it. Exactly. You gotta put in the work.
Everything in marriage becomes common at some point. And unless, like you said, you find certain things or you speak up and let your partner know where their shortcomings coming at before you go outside to get it, because that's easy, especially for men. The ratio is 5 women to 1 man. So where you're married to me, I have more options, especially if I'm more in the financial better off. And now if I'm broke, I might have to finesse the situation as most men do. But the circumstances that you spoke about, with all due respect, you ran into a finesser. You got finessed. He used you for all that you could give into him and that you all that you put into him. And when he got on, I call it the builder mate theory. A lot of women go through that. They build that man up for the next woman because he didn't value the woman that helped build them up. Me,
And guess
myself,
what? To be honest with you, to totally be honest with you, I didn't look at him as like being my mate because you, first of all, your ass lazy than a motherfucker. You don't want shit. And then I wasn't looking at the signs. The sign was all he did was took his mama to and from work. Everything else
you
his
were
mama
intimate
did.
with him though, right?
Yes, but listen to me. Listen to me. I was intimate with him, but see, I feel like this. If you take advantage of a woman sexually, you taking advantage of them, that means you have no respect for me. If I laid up here and I got drunk and I passed out and you
Oh,
trying to
okay.
have sex with me, you took advantage of me. So I don't have any respect for you now. You understand what I'm
So when
saying?
you were intimate, it
That's
wasn't natural. It wasn't something that you
I
just
was
wanted to do.
asleep. You
Well,
understand what
that's
I'm
great
saying? If
then,
I'm
baby
drunk,
girl.
sleep, passed out, you don't fucking violate me in my sleep. That's called rape. But
Yeah, that's
people don't
great. No
look at it
doubt.
like that.
No,
But people don't look at it like that. I mean, you don't you don't degrade a person when they're down. I was
right.
fucking drunk, had a fifth by myself. I'm totally intoxicated and passed the fuck out. You had no right to even wait until I got to that point. Why would you wait until I get sloppy drunk to try to violate me? Wake me
Because
up
if
out
you
my
was in your
sleep.
right mind, you wouldn't have gave it to him.
Hell
Hold on, I
no.
got a question.
No.
I got a question. So that was like that's how y'all first time of being intimate when that happened.
No, no, no. No, no, no. It wasn't our first time. We had did it a couple of times. A couple of times it was okay. But I had
Hold
to
on, hold
be
on,
real
hold
with
on. All right,
myself.
hold on. Let me go. Let me go a little
Examine.
bit deeper. So
Okay.
the first time y'all did it, it was, you know what I'm saying, agreeable
Mutual.
for both of yeah.
It was mutual. It
All
was
right.
okay. All right.
So before y'all got to that time, was
We were
y'all what you
friends.
y'all was friends, all right. But before y'all, you know what I'm saying, got to the when you was drunk asleep, like this was like a regular thing with y'all?
No, no. Listen to me now. Listen to me. I told you
Hmm.
I had a 5 bedroom house, right? So one
Right.
night I had been drinking, right?
No, all right, before you get to the drinking,
Listen,
give me the
listen to
story,
me.
you know what I'm saying, before that. All right, I got you.
Okay, before now listen. Before that, we were friends. I told you. He's 60, I'm 53. So I've been knowing him. We grew up in the same neighborhood, right? So when I welcomed him into my home, I welcomed him into my bed. Okay? Now, we
Okay, so
started having
when you
sex.
walk, hold on.
Li-
I'm trying to
Listen,
get the whole story. Hold on, let me because I'm a little bit confused. So when you
okay.
welcome him into your home, know what I'm saying? The first night y'all slept in the same bed, right?
Yes, we slept in the same bed, but we didn't have
All right,
sex.
all right, keep going now.
Yes. Okay, now we slept in the same bed, we didn't have sex. We were friends, okay? Now, as time went on, months went on, because he lived with me for like 2 years. As months went on,
Okay,
before we left, I lived in Sauk Village, Illinois. So before I came back to Chicago, I had the 5 bedrooms. So one
right,
particular instance, he had hit the lottery. Okay. So I was
right.
like, damn, you've been living here X amount of days and you ain't offered me a dime. You're gonna have to start giving up some money for rent because now you got stability. You working with your cousin, you going to work, you leaving out of here every
Right.
day, and I don't see you offering me anything, right?
All right, let's
Okay.
start right there.
So
So before that point, before you brought in the money part, y'all haven't had sex before then.
we was having sex. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We was. But then when I
Okay.
started seeing the pattern of his behavior, the change, because see, when he didn't have any money, I was putting money in his pocket, making sure he had Freon in his car for air and all that shit. It was hot at that particular time, 2 years ago, almost three. Okay. So once I start seeing him getting himself financially stable, I'm like, damn, this nigga hit the lottery and his kids giving him money. He ain't offered me nothing. Right? So now I didn't get drunk. I'm high, I'm drunk. Um, uh, I ain't gonna give you nothing. What? So now he's selling stuff. So I'm like, you got any more weed? Yeah, I got one bag left, but you ain't gotta buy that. I wanna know if we can do something with it. I say, motherfucker, I don't sell my own pussy. I know motherfucking well I ain't finna sell my pussy to you in my motherfucking house. I'm gonna need for you to go sleep in the basement because I had 2 bedrooms in the basement and 3 upstairs. At that point then I lost all respect for him because you trying to violate me as a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm shopping with you, I'm getting drunk and high, I'm having sex with you and you ain't offering me shit, but you running in and out of my house like, you ain't gotta give me anything because you looking at me spend my money, but it's my money. I make $24 an hour as a housekeeper. I don't need you or your money. But I'm not gonna allow you to take advantage of me when I had a girlfriend of mine in the basement with her boyfriend that came in the door with $15,000 and they stayed with me for a year. So when they got broke, I didn't ask them for no rent money because they didn't have really nothing to give. She was a beautician. So he looking at them not giving me nothing. So he figured he didn't have to give me anything. You see what I'm saying? It ain't about your focus should be on what could you do for me when I helped you when you was at your lowest point in life as a man. So now that you getting back up on your feet, you're gonna try to violate me as a woman by coming to me like I'm a prostitute or something? No, nigga, I'm not that. I was never that. So that's what turned me off from him as far as dealing with him sexually or anything else. So I moved him to the basement. And then when my ex-boyfriend showed up, oh, now you want to help me pay half on this $1,200 rent. Now you want to help me pay on the light and the gas. You want to do something now. But he was never coming to stay. He just asked me could he store his stuff in my garage because him and his wife was going through a divorce. But at the end of the day, you don't take advantage of somebody to help you at your lowest point in life. And then if they get to their lowest point in life, you shit on them. I'm at my lowest point in life right now. You understand what I'm saying? You want to still come around me. I'm not working right now. I'm battling cancer. You ain't offered me nothing. You ain't gave me nothing. Oh, I want to see you. I got some money for you, but I want to. If you really wanted me to have that money that you've been saying since June, you would have gave it. You would have gave it. Dropped it off. But you want to see me. No, I don't want to see you. I don't have anything for you. I don't like you anymore. You know what I'm saying? The person that I thought you were is not the person that you are. So I chalk it up to the game that I allow him to use me to get back on his feet. Because if that's what God needed me to do to help him get on his feet and get established, back to society, I'm grateful that I was given the opportunity to help the man, but don't belittle me because now I'm in a position that I cannot financially afford to take care of myself. You don't shit on a person that helped you at your lowest point in life. I'm in my lowest point in life. And guess
Fact.
what? He still ain't came over here and dropped that bread like he claimed he been holding for me. You understand?
He
Because
ain't
I
gonna
said
drop
I
it
didn't want
then
to
unless
see
you
him.
drop something.
Huh?
This sounds like a tricking situation at this point. You gotta do
That's the way
something
he made
for the
me
bread.
feel. That's why I left that nigga alone. I'm not no motherfucking trick. Nigga, I work every day. I take care of myself. I help you at your lowest point. But then when you got on your feet, you want to shit on me? No, that ain't how the game go, bro. You know what I mean? So therefore, in order for me to have peace and to keep my sanity, I don't want anything you got. I don't give a fuck if you hit the lottery for 20,000. I don't want nothing from you. Because if you did that to me when I helped you, that means it was just like my friend said. He was used to surviving. A person that's used to surviving don't know how to treat a person that's used to having something in life. I had plenty of things in life. I done won some, lost some, you know. But for a person that ain't never had shit and ain't never gonna be shit, that's how they act and that's how they treat you. A petty motherfucker. That's a petty motherfucker. That ain't no real damn man. That's a bitch made ass man that mama took care of him all his motherfucking life. And now that his mama gone, he fucked up. So he looking for a mama figure. How could you be looking for a mama
I
figure at
said
60
that.
years old? Come on, man. Talk to me. I'm listening.
I said that already. A lot of guys are looking for a woman to be like their mother. In this situation, she took care of him. She pampered him. She probably took care of all his personal needs, washed the clothes and all that other stuff, cooked for him. And then, in some ways, it's a good way, and then it's bad. But what he did to you was wrong. You built that man up when he was in a bad way, and now that you're in a situation, life will deal with him on life's terms. Because you don't do that to people. Trust me, karma's a bitch that's never been defeated. So don't worry about him. Life is going to take care of him. But the way he did you, that was wrong. And for anybody that's listening, let me say this as a disclaimer. Any man that take advantage of a woman while she's drunk, you a sucker on every level. Period. Because if you know she was in the right mind, you couldn't get it in and you wait till she drunk, that's some foul type of shit, aka rape. Point blank, period.
That's a whole fact. Whole fact.
Give me, you know, I'm like Lynn. If and y'all can write a book too. If I can write a book of all the shit that I've been through in life alone, you know, man, I think I'll be rich. But you live life and you learn. And I don't have any. Don't get me wrong. I don't have any ill feelings towards him. I just hate the fact that, you know, he was I thought he was one way and he was another way. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at him. I'm just glad I got that spirit up out my house. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would allow him, he'd have still been sitting his fat ass right here trying to run my house like it's his own. And it's not. You know what I mean? You get a blessing from God, you supposed to share the blessing. I got a blessing from God where I got Section 8. So I'm grateful. You understand what I'm saying? For the little bitty things. But this is my blessing. This is not yours. So you can't try to control somebody else's blessing to uh to make yourself feel like you standing on something because you really ain't standing on shit. And I had to realize this. I was going with this guy, Cook County Sheriff, 24 years. All he had to show for that 24 years is a broken marriage and a fucking Mustang. That's it. That's it. And when he walked away from me, I was depressed. I was crying. My uncle said, the nigga should have left your ass. He should have left you. All that nigga got to show for is a motherfucking car. And you crying about a nigga that only thing he got in life is a fucking piece of car? And he been working 24 years at the county jail? Come on now. Reality snapped up, showed up and showed out. At first I was mad at my uncle for saying that, because I really wanted this to work, you know. But hey, he had other plans. He wanted to go back to his wife, I guess. I don't know. But really, I haven't seen him since then. But I had to look at it for the fact. If I want a man, a good man, then I gotta have something to the table. I gotta be working, some money established in the bank, a good career going for myself, because this is what I want in a man. I can't come to the table with I ain't got shit, but he got everything, and I'm gonna make him my man. Nigga, look at you like, damn, bitch, you ain't on shit. You ain't got shit to show for shit. What the fuck I want with you? You see what I'm saying? You know, she trying to come up off of me. No, that ain't how life works. But that's how society is. You got these women getting these asses and these titties and flaunting that shit like I want to see how these bitches gonna look 20 years from now. because you're gonna have to keep the maintenance up on that shit. You know what I mean? How is they gonna look 20 years from now? I'm telling you, it's gonna be so many class action lawsuits that it's some already now, but it's gonna be more than that. Just like the pharmaceutical companies. You take these medicines for so many years, and next thing you know, it's a class action lawsuit. The medication was foul, and then people dying or they getting sick or they didn't cause some other type of ailment. And that's the way it's gonna be with these people just getting these butts and these facials and all this kind of stuff. You know, it's called materialistic things. You know, money can't buy happiness. Materialistic things only last for a little while. And if you can't keep up the maintenance on it, you're gonna be fucked up. And I see a lot of them gonna be messed up. They ain't gonna be able to maintain that. If you have an accident or something like that, can't no doctor touch you. You gotta go back to the doctor that you had your surgery from to check you out to make sure you okay. And that's gonna cost some bread. And these girls ain't gonna have that type of bread, especially if they don't get no rapper or no ball player or football player. They're gonna be messed up. It's just, I just look at society as a whole. The world is messed up. It's getting worse and worse. And I feel like before man destroy the earth, God will destroy the earth before he let the devil do. You know what I mean? And that's exactly the way it's gonna happen.
Nah, we here with you, Miss Asia. That's a fact. Now we appreciate you for opening up too, because you spoke on a lot of real shit that needs to be addressed. We need that perspective. Thank you.
It's that New Jack City late night. Click the greenhouse at the top. Follow the room and all the mods. You know how we do it here. It's something different. Like this, wow. That was a mouthful for your ass. It don't get no realer than that, real talk. And salute to you for being able to tell your story because a lot of people couldn't tell that type of stuff. Word up. Wow, be careful, everybody. Like I mean, I hear those type of stories like a lot from both sides of the spectrum, but that is really deep. And that's where it goes to show that we already as a people are divided and we gotta find some medium to get back together. Because a lot of us can have a story like that. I can't sit here in front like I ain't never been finessed. Because I have. In many ways in many different times. But wow. I mean that leave a brother kind of speechless. So anybody else in the room like that want to chime in, go ahead and chime in, yo.
Nah, Miss Asia, we appreciate you for real. You everything you touched on, that I'm sure that there's somebody that can gain some type of insight from that, or it could. I'm sure that there's something that they could bring home from that, or they could apply that to their life, what they going through.
I mean,
It is something
everybody,
new.
everybody. That's why a lot of times I just be listening because I be learning a lot of stuff. I'm not the brightest person in the world, and I ain't the dumbest person in the world. But I try to voice my opinion because a lot of times I don't say nothing. I just be looking and listening. I've made my circle smaller. You know, I know I have some loyal friends. Loyal people that I've been in relationships with, guys that I can call any time of the day or the night and ask them for anything and they'll give me the world. You know, that's what grown people do, not bitter or have hatred, because I'm not the chosen one or I'm not the wife, Uh, but I got friends like that. So I'm grateful, I just kind of look at life differently now. With the cancer, it's opened my eyes to a lot of different things, but it's also making me humble myself and be more of a quiet, listening, prayer and meditating, you know, um, and still reaching for the goal that I set for myself. And that's to have my own, I have my own cleaning business, but I wanted to expand. Was so I can hire people, you know what I mean? And
Right.
teaching what I know. I've done it a couple, like the hotel industry is like this. In the summertime and conventions come to town, it's busy. But after Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, December 31st, it's over with until like May or June. And if you ain't been there 20 or 30 years, you not gonna get no days. You just gonna get the weekends where people check in on Friday, check out on Sunday, and you gotta climb your way to the top. And I just got to the point where I'm tired of climbing my way to the top because they really don't want a lot of black people doing that type of work. They rather have Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Bosnia, Haitians making that type of money, and then the black ones that is working, they so cutthroat. It's utterly ridiculous. So I said I might as well work for myself and teach young girls. That's what I want to do. These young girls that figure they ain't going nowhere in life or don't know how to allow somebody to motivate them and encourage them to change their thinking and their attitude and their behavior. It's a trip. Trust me. I got 5 daughters and all 5 of their personalities show up and they show out. And I be wanting to, like, really just take, I don't want to kill them in such a way, but I want to beat the fuck out of them, just to get them to think and listen. But I don't. I just sit back and mind my business and not talk so much and be there when they need me to be there. That's it. And once I beat this cancer, I'm living my best life. I'm going to travel,
That's
establish my
right.
business, and
That's
spend
right.
time with my grandkids that makes me happy. And if a man come along the road, where I got my stuff established, then we can build something together. But I don't think that, you know, um, I should be looking for a man right now because I don't have nothing to offer him. You know what I mean? And I don't want it like that. I had that before. My husband took damn good care of me. And all I wanted then from him was for him to motivate me. Encourage me, show me how to drive, stuff like that. Oh, you need to go back to school. Oh, you need to get a job. Oh, you need to do this. But never did he motivate me. Never did he encourage me. And to finally, I just said, fuck you and fuck your money. And I left his ass, you know. And I don't want it to be like that now because I know better now. I should have just stayed in the long haul, but it got me where I needed to be. I got a job. I learned how to drive. I established some money in the bank. I grew up. So, at the end of the day, life experiences is, I think, is most best teacher for anybody. You know what I mean? If you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna keep getting the same thing. If you want something different, you're gonna try something different. And then you do something different and you learn to be different. So that's what I learned.
That's right. That's right. And salute to you raising 5 women for real, 5 young women. That's so strong. Like salute to you. Reem too. I know you got kids, boys and girls. Salute to all the fathers. Eddie, Lynn. Salute to y'all for real.
Man, how many kids do you have?
Three, three boys were men.
Smackaho in the building. I see you, DJ Smackaho. Ain't smack. We ain't no hoes up here, and you ain't smacking nobody. But you got it, bro. It's all queens up here. You know that. All
You
honorable women.
know it. You know better.
I don't
You don't
smack.
get this
I
smoke.
don't smack queens or women. Smack hoes.
Facts. What up, Cordy? Here on the late night.
Yo,
Yeah.
niggas up. It's 2:23.
Facts.
We knew you was gonna need somebody at this time. We was waiting for you, Cordy. That's what we do.
Fact.
Hola, we still in the building?
Smackaho, what up? How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. Just sitting back watching Cobra Kai.
I seen that there was advertising that.
Yeah, they season 5 now.
Oh shit. It's good. It's funny. It seemed like a kids show or something.
Nah, man, if you up on Karate Kid, man, then you know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a reboot, huh?
Yeah, it's a reboot. They
Ah,
just
that's
turned
fire.
all the movies and they brought everybody back from all the movies of the Karate Kid. It's a dope show.
What?
Check it out.
Right.
Check it out.
I had started watching it and I was enjoying it. And I guess I got distracted by something and I didn't go back. But yeah, I was enjoying it too. So I have to get back on it.
Yeah, it's a good show. Like if you up on that Karate Kid shit, they bring it all back. Everything. Shit dope. I like it. My brother-in-law done topped the bottle with sake. I'm finna pour some of that shit up while I'm watching Cobra Kai and fits the moment.
Who saw the Mike Tyson joint on Hulu?
What happened? Mike Tyson?
You watched that Mike Tyson joint on Hulu?
Nah, I heard about it. He said
Don't.
he's not. I heard him talking about it though. He was like, "Ah, he's not involved with it and this and that." So I was like, "Nah, fuck it." He's not jacking it.
Yeah. When I first heard it
Don't
coming out,
watch
I
it.
was gonna watch it. But then when he came out and said what he said, I said no, I refuse to watch it. So I have not and will not watch it.
I mean, the shit they told his story in a nutshell, bro. Like every episode is like 20, 25 minutes or like 30 and shit like that. But like, it ain't that. I ain't gonna lie. For real, that shit's trash, bro. Yo, he should really sue them niggas.
What happened? What they got him doing?
Nah, I feel you, Cordy, and that should be fucked up because it's like they fuck up somebody's legacy when they do shit like that. You know, the kids is watching it. They're not gonna know. They're gonna think that's how the shit really was.
Yeah, especially you remember the little rape case he caught whatever. They showed that shit and like and how like and I was like, damn, I watched that shit last night. I'm like, damn, that shit fucked up. Me and my girls watching that. I'm like, yo, that shit fucked up. Cause how do we know like if that really happened? Like they show like she was on the period, all that. He like bum rushed her, all type of shit. But like that's not that nigga. Like how, that's fucked up, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, that shit false narrative, man. That's not his MO. I mean, shit came to the hotel room at like 2 in the morning and shit. She knew what she was doing. That was actually one of the first Me Too motherfucking moments. That was some bullshit.
We don't know if that nigga really did that shit. That's crazy though. Like if you seen that shit, I'm like, what? And then how the nigga betrayed it and shit. That's fucked up, bro.
Yo, Cordy, I'm gonna play the clip that where you hear Mike Tyson talking about how the shit's fucked up. Hold on. I'm in 18, 20 states. I'm in more states. I think I'm distributing more than anybody. Going into Canada, going into Europe.
That's awesome.
God, man, I'm the ganja god.
The God you got. That's fantastic. So, Mike, man, I wanted to talk to you about what's been on your mind. I know you're very passionate about this Hulu story, correct?
Well, listen, that's not really my story. That's a story that some people or some past friends are producing. That's not really my story. That's a story that some people or some past friends are producing, and it starts sometime next week or so, I think. But I have nothing to do with it. I had they offered some of my friends, Dana White and other people, money to promote their show. Dana called me and I let him know I wasn't involved. And they pretended like I was. And that's what they've been doing. Dana gave them the money back. He cut business with them. And just the fact, that's not how you do business. He was going to give Dana a couple of $1 million to promote the show and give me nothing to be in the show. I don't know how that man. Then don't forget Mario. And then they threw the black man card in there. We're gonna have a movie to show the black man's existence and life. You know, some phony stuff, some exploitation stuff. I'm the black man that needs to be helped, I guess. So I don't know. I have no idea, brother, what's going on. This is not how you have relationships. This place Hulu's trying to. They make bad stories about people, and then I saw they don't make anything positive about anybody. That's their MO. Make it messy and nasty.
Well, Dana's a great guy. He happens to be a good friend of mine. That was a real class act, class move that he did.
Man,
I saw that, which was great.
They tried the WBC with Mario Suleiman. It didn't work. They gave them championships belts because they thought it was for me. And that's what when they're going around eliciting people with the idea that I'm involved.
So they never reached out to make an offer to try to get you involved, Mike?
Never at once.
Wow. Wow. So,
Damn.
because there's a lot of rumors out there about different projects. I know at one point, Jamie Foxx was going to play you, right?
The whole total different monster than Jamie and them.
God, there's a whole nother deal.
Yeah, these quack wannabe producers just want to be very evil. There's nothing going to be positive in their shows. Their shows are all about, I don't know, yucky television, fake TV, like Donald Trump said. It's all fake stuff.
Wow.
They got probably most of it be just from the headlines of stuff that I wrote, but they have no real significance and stuff. Not that I know of.
Yeah, and are they still planning on going forward with it?
I believe so, yes.
Wow, so you're getting the word out. Just
look like, man, if you see him jump rope and train, man, you think the guy had 2 amateur fights?
Yeah, we ain't got that peekaboo style going right there then, huh?
You don't have no concept of it.
No concept. So, Mike, I know that you've been working on your own story too. When can we look forward on that coming out? And you got any updates on that for us?
Well, as soon as that fake news stuff is over, then you have the real exclusive story from my mouth.
That's great, man. That's great. So so how many projects do you got right now going on telling your story?
Well, listen, I only have my product that I know of. I don't know how many different projects are out there. I have no say in that, but I'm going to have my personal project come out shortly, and it's just going to be the real things that'll be coming out of my mouth.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that going to be a documentary, Mike, or more of like a scripted show, like a movie that we could see?
They're doing mine is a documentary, like a movie.
Oh, yours a documentary. Okay.
You know, it's gonna really be a movie. I think we're gonna do our own movies, perhaps, and that's how it's gonna be all inside jobs.
Yeah, and do you have like a time frame of when we can look forward to that?
I can't hear you, bro. Your mic
no,
sound
but I
low.
want to say something else before we go to another subject. I just want to thank all my friends.
Yo, that shit fucked
Dana,
up.
definitely, Jose Suleiman, and everyone else that
if you see the scene where like they said,
plus
like
my
where he
fans.
like supposedly raped the chick, that's fucked up,
thank
bro.
You too, also, Mario.
Of course, you know you're my guy.
Thanks. Ditto.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, okay, congratulations on the project
Cordy,
that you're involved in. Looking forward.
That just shows, bro. It don't matter
out.
how much money a nigga got. Like, these niggas will still take your story, flip it, say whatever. Like, he's doing good now too. It ain't even like he's doing nobody wrong. Like, he got his life together, and these niggas still trying to throw the old shade. And I'm sure they flipped the story, made it crazy.
Yeah, they definitely did. Nigga, yo, each episode only like 25 a half hour. It's some short shit, but they dropping in like weekly. Shit crazy though. That's fucked up. I would
Yo, I
sue them
saw that shit,
niggas.
son. That shit was like mad messed up how they did Mike in that. Yo.
Yeah, that shit ain't right.
Only reason why that shit worked
Like
out
even the
Mike
dude
man
they
because
got playing Mike is like whack.
Mike kind of touched and shit, and he friendly as hell and shit. But the nigga a beast, so you know they be playing with that nigga emotions. So that's why he got caught up in that. That's the only reason why that shit happened. He don't be understanding what be going on happen.
Yeah, cause he fake slow. And he be off his little drugs or whatever. I don't think he be on heavy drugs, but he stayed medicated.
That's a fact. He got a little, yeah. I think it was before the boxing shit too. I think he was just like that. I don't even think it was like, oh, he got hit in the head too many times. Pause. Like, I think he was just really Like one of them wild, you know them short bus niggas that's super strong and crazy, like one of them. But still
Yeah,
funny and shit, like one of them.
Mike was a street nigga. He was a stick up kid. He always been like that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that motherfucker is touch. Mike didn't get hit in the head. He used to knock motherfuckers the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So that's out. He just touched. You know what I mean? He's just one of them guys, like he said.
I definitely know niggas like that. Them short retarded niggas, but they got all the common sense in the world. Dead ass. But they fake. They just them niggas a little off, and they hella strong because they a little off. Dead ass. Real shit. Fold your ass. I know a handful of niggas like that. Them niggas gotta go
Real
to the
talk.
classrooms downstairs.
Yeah, them the niggas that you don't want to piss the fuck off. Real talk.
And that nigga be off LSD and shit like that. He still take like them type of psychedelic drugs and shit.
If I
Shit
could
that
put it a
fucking.
better way, if I could put it a better way, he one of them dudes that you want on your team, but you don't want as an enemy. He's one of them.
They said this nigga Lil Durk broke up with India.
Yo, you think that shit'll play?
It gotta be. You smart too. I didn't even think about it like that. I thought it was just some. It gotta be though, cause he know that if this happens and he start dropping some music, people gonna be listening. Like, oh, what's he gonna say? Heartbreak, this, that.
Yo, and then niggas come out with a fire ass singing type of joint for a new like. Yo, these niggas is smart. We got niggas gotta stop being stupid, bro. That gotta be the play. Real shit.
They do it. Lil Uzi do it. All of them. That's how they play with marketing. That shit wow for real. Cause think about it, like if you were a young kid looking up to something and they doing all this shit for plays, that kid's gonna get inspired. I could fuck that kid's head up.
And these chicks. Cause it's all them chicks was looking out to their relationship. Now they gonna be breaking up with their boyfriends. That shit weird, bro. That's fucked up. So you think the money bag yo shit'll play then? Shit.
Oh, this shit all happened around the same time, huh? And yeah, you're right. Like the girls looking up, they gonna try to do the same shit. They follow it like a code. Shit, wow.
You really think this chick about to leave him? This the same chick that was with him in the crib and blicking back when someone tried to run up in it. That's
That's
kind
what
of
I was
like
thinking.
that's kind of crazy, right? Like you think that's some ride or die shit right there.
Yeah, she's a rider. Like she ain't playing. She not gonna fold under pressure.
So she'll put her line on a nigga. So like Shit, even if he cheated on her, bro, she don't put her line on the line, like line of life, like bro. That cheating shit shouldn't even matter, low key, bro. And they said it was she cheated with Lala. That's what I seen.
That's what they said.
That's what I seen. They said the nigga he was fucking with Lala.
Dang, they keep putting bodies on Lala.
We're not about to throw that out there. That's what I seen on Instagram though, but it's already out there. So
Well, you remember they come to claiming something with her and Swiss B. That's why I say they keep putting bodies on her.
hey,
Yo, tell me how I look at Lala Wikipedia. It says Lala Anthony, born June 25th, 1979 or 1982. I ain't never seen that shit before.
so she like 38.
Yeah, but the thing is, people don't know her real age. So she probably not even that. She probably something else.
Real shit though. Lala look fake beat. Them surgeries got her ass.
She used to look good back in the MTV days.
Where when she was in You Got Served and shit.
Yeah, but she looking real curvy now with them surgeries.
Yeah, I'm looking at an old photo of her. She wasn't all that.
She was always cute though,
Yeah,
but
she
now she
always had
looking
that
real
cute ass
curvy
face.
and cute.
Shit was natural. I don't think they putting bodies on her though. Shit. Mello out here doing this thing. They been out here on some open relationship type shit. She been moving smooth since she got on Power for real.
I didn't even know she was on Power.
Oh my goodness, you didn't. They had that whole thing out because her boobs, she had boobs out.
Right? How you didn't know she was on Power? Her name was Lala.
She on the shy too.
She used to mess with Tommy. That was her man. Tommy was her
Facts.
man.
Oh, she was on the BMF joint too.
No, she hadn't been on BMF. But you know, they say she was dating uh, the brother, one of the brothers. I haven't heard anything else about it, but they had been spotted out a couple of times. Wait a minute, maybe she is on there. Maybe that was publicity, because no, it
Nah,
hasn't come
she not
back
on
yet.
any.
Hmm?
She not on BMF.
Okay, but she is on, she's been on two of the power things now. Well, not two of the
She's on
powers.
Nah,
Yes,
wait a
yeah.
minute. Shit,
Yeah,
hold
she was
up. Wait a
on The
minute.
Shy and The Power.
Nah, I think that was another something else when she was like, that shit make my pussy wet or some shit. What the fuck show was that?
Well, I know she was on The Shy because she's fooling with Emmett.
No, no, oh, no, she was on the Wu Tang Saga. She was on the Wu Tang Saga.
Okay, maybe so, but she was also on the
Yeah,
shine. I
that's
watch
when
it
she was the
religiously.
yeah. That was the she
You
was the
sure
record
she was on the Wu
executive.
Tang joint, bro?
Positive, positive, because she told them niggas that make my pussy wet. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Because they booked the show up in the spot where nobody can get it at. You pull it up. Yeah, I'm positive. Yeah, that was on the Wu Tang side,
It says she
and that was
played
after
Tracy
Power.
Waples on Wu Tang season 2.
Yeah, I ain't watched season 2. That shit was ass.
Nah, you gotta watch that shit. That shit's dope. I ain't even gonna front.
Nah,
It's dope.
nigga, that shit dookie.
Nah, if you if you grew up in that era, then it's dope to you. If not, it probably might be trash.
Yo, I
It
like
is
hip
what it
hop.
is.
That shit ain't that shit. The first season was decent. They fake gave the real story. I know it's good with the Wu Tang, bro. I ain't grow up in that era because I was born in that era. But
Well, shit. Well, I grew up in the era, so I guess it was more interesting to me because everything that they hit on was true and shit like that. So maybe you ain't feel it because you ain't grow up in the era, but I grew up in that era. Like they came to my town and everything when them niggas was broke, all that. You know what I'm saying? They was on stage talking the same shit on, and the way they rolled on that series, that's the way them niggas was rolling for real, for real.
and like they stamped and all, but like niggas don't really rock with them shit with them niggas, bro. They got a white cult fan base for real.
Nah, they don't. Hell, nah, they don't.
It's the
They
old
came to
niggas
my.
that rock with them, but like
That's
niggas
what I'm
in this
saying.
day and age, it's niggas that's like hippies or like white boys and shit. I got white friends and shit. For
I
real, all my
mean,
white friends
nah. See
that's
what that is? What
Nah,
that is
there'd be
right
some
there?
old Jewish lawyers that be
Nah,
like, yeah, Wu
nah.
Tang man, my favorite.
Now what that is, you experience. That's the bonus package. You know what I'm saying? They brought it to another level where they got to white people also. But them niggas is hood as fuck. We was back there smoking weed with the niggas all the time. Them niggas is hood. You know what I'm saying? They came to Panage in Springfield, Massachusetts. Them niggas is niggas, my nigga. I'm telling you.
yeah.
Okay, Black, I'm looking at your PTR. I need Lala's surgeon. About to hook that up.
She probably worked out too though, cause you gotta work out. You can't just get the surgery and expect it to do everything. You gotta upkeep it.
Hey, if they give me the little blueprint like that, I'll work out. Go to Sono Bello. Show up at the next family function. Drive somebody up the wall.
Oh shit.
Yo, throw the Wu flag back up, Black. That was dope.
You know how to do that?
Got respect the Wu.
You know how to do
Duh.
that, Smacko? Pause.
Nah, I don't know how to do none of that shit, but I
You
seen Black
hold
had
down
that
on your
shit.
you hold down on your PTR, your image, and then once you hold down on it for a few seconds, you're gonna see a few emojis pop up. You hit GIF in the bottom right. You hit the GIF button, and then it's gonna pop up a screen, and you just type in whatever.
That's dope. Bang bang. Who came, motherfucker?
That's me after I leave Sono Bella.
Hey,
I appreciate that. I just learned something new. Thank you.
you dig? Yeah, how you don't follow the club, man? You bugging. You gotta scroll to the top, hit the green house, bro. You tripping.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't see the fucking goddamn greenhouse. I'm at the top. It don't say nothing but CBN. Um, late
You lying
green
like a
night.
motherfucker.
Word the mother.
The title next to the green house, bro. Touch the green house. And then click.
There's no fucking greenhouse. All I see is a fucking goddamn.
Dude, you don't see New Jack City above the CMB?
Yeah. That's the house. Oh, okay.
It's green,
All
ain't it,
right.
baby? It's
Touch
green.
that. Yeah, just touch that.
Right on Instagram, everybody in versus conversation. That one right there, shared by Lynn.
No, you
So
say you saw the CMB, right?
yeah,
Yeah, get him right. He playing around.
Right above it, in small letters, you see New Jack City. Right beside
right.
city,
Okay.
there's a greenhouse. Click
It's
on
not a
that.
greenhouse. It's not a greenhouse. It just say I see the New Jack City, but I'm gonna hit the New
I
Jack
think it
City.
is different
See what
colors
happens.
on different
All
phones. But
right.
yeah, hit
Okay.
that. Hit that.
I click New Jack City and it say join the club. So, bang.
There
There
you
you go.
go.
There you
There you go,
go.
brother. Thank you, Miss Lynn.
Well, you're welcome. Yeah,
Mwah.
we don't have to kick you in the audience in the goo. No.
Feel
Man,
me?
what do we like that?
Let you join the goo club.
Well, I'm here now. I'm in this bitch.
Happy to have you.
Happy to be here.
Dave, did you click the link I put up there?
What'd you say?
Did you click on the link I put at the top?
Oh nah, I've been I was working on something. Let me check it out though.
Um,
Shut them down.
it's
Gonna
an
be following me pretty soon too. So when y'all see them, they with me. Shut them down.
And they just really in there playing music like that. That's crazy.
right, and then they dissecting it. Okay, you hear the part where they said this and that? Where is this and that? That's what Thug and them gonna go through.
That's bugged out. Yeah, thugging them. That's a wild situation. See, I don't even really know too much about and Ricos and all that, but that's definitely a wild situation. I just felt like they was past that already. Young Thug is looked at as like a kind of like a old, not an OG, definitely not an OG, but like he's a vet for sure. To these newer guys, he's definitely a vet. Not to like the Lil Waynes and shit like that, but in terms of this new generation, Young Thug is a respected vet. The new cats don't even respect Wayne as much as they respect Thug. For real, for real.
And I think because of all his documented community work and see all the people they brought in when they were trying to get him bond, just singing his praises, and unless they got some like hard evidence, I see a jury, you know, acquitting him. And all these people that are saying free Thug, free Gunna, you think any of them show up at the trial and sit behind them? Well, they can't sit behind them because it's virtual, but I don't even know if they'll let people in.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about that shit. I'ma really just see how they shit play out for real. Honestly.
Yeah, I feel like they all gonna get out and they only gonna keep like the minor members of YSL that did the harsher crimes, like the nigga that off the cop and a couple other niggas. Like I don't think Thug and them is gonna sit forever. I really don't. But everybody else and like the DA, everything is pointing to that they is, but I just something tells me, and it's not even faith, but like I got faith for sure, but something really just tells me like, nah, these niggas ain't about to sit. They too talented, bro. They too, bro. Gunna, like I be listening to Gunna all the time, bro. That niggas, they really successful rappers, bro. You don't really see too many successful rappers about to go sit down for a long ass time.
Yeah, for some reason I got the same feeling. I don't see 12 people saying guilty.
The only way they do that is if they try to make an example out of them niggas for all these niggas. Dead ass. But I don't see it happening because like think about like uh Bobby and Rowdy and their situation and shit like that. And them niggas only got like a 7 piece or whatever. And like Gunna and Young Thug, them niggas is superstars, really. I don't see it happening, really. I hope not, but
Yeah, that's a good point, Cordy. You know, the Bobby and Rowdy shit, they like there was real bodies behind that shit too. Very similar thing. Some niggas did their time, came home.
But did they even pinpoint where them bodies came from, or are they just talking hot shit?
hell yeah. Niggas
Yeah.
got football numbers behind that shit.
Mm-hmm. It's a nigga in the song. He said Quino. I forgot what the bars, but he says Quino da da da. I think Quino got like 99 years.
Yeah, but see, I haven't been keeping up with it. But do they have solid evidence, or are they just using lyrics?
What for the YSL joint?
Yeah, that shit right there.
I think from what I know, that's kind of how they started it off with the lyric shit, and then they went into like bringing up other things, actual like talking, witness tampering, shit like that.
I have a prediction. My prediction is them niggas will be home in 6 months. They ain't, I didn't see nothing damaging really yet. They just talking hot shit. I ain't really see nothing for real, for real. They just talking hot shit and using rap songs. I ain't see nothing for real. So
Them niggas got
I
more
think
evidence than hot shit on songs, I think. I don't think them niggas worry about
I
them
don't.
songs.
But they haven't presented none of that. That's just hearsay. So I don't think they really got nothing. That's why them niggas ain't taking no deal. So
Yeah, they
yeah,
coming
I
home.
predict they'll be home in like 6 months. I predict 6 months they'll be home making a song about it, laughing at the DA.
Mitch caught up about a week ago. Yo, that nigga a real
Shit,
person.
I'm in it. I'm in Atlanta, and I ain't never heard nobody talking about yo that nigga young though is crazy as fuck. I mean, I know he in the streets, but no, ain't nobody talking about watch out for young thug. Nobody thinking about that shit. That is some bullshit. I'm telling you. Nobody fucking.
Did you know
They
him
making
before
up
he
some
got
shit.
lit?
Nah, I knew of him. I knew of him. The first song that made me start fucking with Young Thug was that shit "Get the Fuck Out My Face."
No, I'm talking about in the
That's
town, cause you was talking about like ain't nobody worried about him, da 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 da. Like obviously, nigga,
nah,
he's celebrity
not
status. He
because not exactly. He was doing celebrity shit, so that's what I'm saying. He not in the streets like that. You know what I'm saying? He come through, bless his family, and this, that, and the third, but he not on the block. Uh, they wilding. I'm telling you, they making up shit. That nigga gonna walk the fuck out of jail and he gonna be straight. Trust me. Give it six
yeah,
months.
but
Yeah.
like niggas put in work before, like that shit documented. Niggas put in work before they even got lit and shit like that too.
That ain't got nothing to do with him. They trying to pin shit on him. That shit ain't got nothing to do with him. Yeah, niggas was putting in work, but that ain't got nothing to do with him. They trying to figure out how to pin that shit on him. It
Nigga,
ain't
if you
got
the
nothing to do with him.
ringleader or you putting out shit, nigga,
That nigga was in the studio. He's a rapper.
mm,
He
niggas.
just used to hang with them niggas from
Yo,
time to time.
niggas shot at Lil Wayne while he was a rapper for real. Come on, and
I
that nigga
mean,
that did it telling.
it's all entertainment, man. It's all entertainment. You know what I mean? They ain't got nothing solid on him. They just trying to hold him and make him fold. He that nigga in the cell chilling right now. He already know what it is. His lawyer probably already told him, just wait it out. They ain't got shit. When we get to court, we gonna shit on them and you gonna walk the fuck out. Trust me. All they trying to pin all this bullshit on him that's been going on in Atlanta. Man, these niggas
It
do this
might
shit every
feel.
fucking day. That shit ain't got nothing to do with him. That nigga be in the studio. He can't control what the fuck niggas be doing out here. That's just what it is. Fuck out of here with that. These niggas be wildin'. And that's their whole case. And that's why it's gonna crumble.
In other jailhouse news, R. Kelly has $27,000 on his commissary. Well, 27,500. They're taking the 27,000 and they're going to direct it to the victims. Going to leave 500 on his books.
And I'm gonna tell you why they fucking with Young Thug. Because Young Thug and Gunner, they went up to the jail and they bailed out all motherfucking non-violent offenders. That shit was on the news and everything. So after they did that, that's when they started looking at Young Thug like he's this type of boss. He bailing out these people. He doing this, that, and the third. That's why he in the situation that he in, because they went up to the jail and bailed out. They went to Fulton County and they bailed out like I think like 100 motherfuckers, him and Gunner, and that's why they're in the situation that they're in, and that's what the fuck is going on right now. They ain't got shit on them. They just looking at them because like, hold up, who the fuck is these niggas? That's where they fucked up at by
Mm,
doing that shit.
that shit do make sense. Niggas do forget about that shit. They shouldn't have never did that shit. That shit put eyes on them niggas. And them white people, them niggas out there, them niggas don't like that shit. They ain't like that
That's
shit.
exactly what happened. And
They
that's
ain't
the
like
only
that
thing that's
shit.
going down. Everybody forget about that. That's what happened. They went up and bailed them niggas. You damn right. They don't like that shit. Oh, y'all niggas think y'all doing some shit, huh? All right. Well, hold this. That's all that's going on.
Sat on them niggas for a couple months to about a year too. That shit kind of makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. That's exactly what happened. I'm telling you. I know that's what happened. When they did that shit, I'm sitting on the motherfucking, I'm sitting on the goddamn couch like, why them niggas do that dumb shit? If they was gonna do it, you should have had somebody else do it. But these niggas, they take pictures. I'm like, oh man, they done fucked up. I already knew they fucked up when they did it. And now you see the outcome. You know what I mean? And that's all that's going on. Them niggas ain't do shit but bail somebody the fuck out. Now they trying to dig up stupid shit like they crimes and motherfucking goddamn they ain't got nothing to do with them. It's silly. And that's why y'all niggas gonna stay in y'all place and that's all that means. Fuck you come here bailing out niggas. Fuck wrong with you? You don't do that. So that's why they're in the situation that they're in.
And niggas got low key documented beef with the Lucci nigga and shit though. That's what kind of hurt niggas.
Nah, yo, I remember when they did that shit out in Atlanta when they fucking bailed all them niggas out. It was looking cool, but I'm like, damn, yo, this shit. How you think they feel? These two rappers just came through, bailed 200 niggas out. Like, how you think them folks feel about that shit? For real, for real. Now you see this? That wasn't even a year. That was only a few months after they came down on them. Y'all think maybe they knew and they just did that shit? They're like, all right, let me help these niggas while we can.
Hell yeah, and try to cover up. That was the that was niggas' little play. Like shit might have bit niggas in their ass though.
Mm,
Just like how the Quano Rondo nigga talking about, I don't believe that nigga throwing the flag up, bro. That's some cover up shit for them cops. Niggas might do something. You don't know
yeah,
what. You don't know what. Like it's time to cover up now. He just cause he attended his man's funeral. They just had the funeral today or yesterday or some shit. The nigga that got clapped in L.A. And he told social media that he wasn't gonna go there, but like the nigga popped up there on the low. They got camera like pictures and shit and videos and shit. So like that nigga didn't throw his flag, bro. That shit was cap.
nah, I see that. They trying to duck Ricos. He not playing.
Yo, you remember when Herb Mans was exposing them and shit, talking about he ain't take niggas to Egypt and he ain't really from the hood and shit like that?
Yeah, yeah.
That was a play too. I talked to a nigga from Chicago that spoke on this shit on his YouTube and shit, and we was talking about this shit. And yo, that was a play. He the only nigga that called that shit out. Niggas ducking that shit.
Damn. Niggas do whatever for the play. So wow.
You had that nigga go on YouTube and fool us like, yo, bro, go on there and say I don't do nothing for the hood. Talk about me and Bibby. Da 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 da. Whole time, them niggas is doing opposite. Them niggas was really probably supplying shit, all that for the hood, and them niggas got ducked at. They need one nigga that's really solid that'll say that shit and make it really believable. And nigga fucked the internet up with that. Now if you go and peep the No Limit Cairo nigga, he literally went to Egypt, bro.
I saw that. I saw that.
How much you think that shit cost to stay up there for like a week?
It depends. Like if you're trying to do some star-studded shit and stay in tourist spots, it's probably gonna be a lot. But if you want to really get close to the culture and stay in some like, you feel me, some neighborhood joint, a hostel, something, you might be able to be alright. You might be able to do like 1,500, 1,300.
The whole trip?
Shit, if you're really trying to live like that nomad type, you feel me? For 2 weeks, yeah, you could live off a little two bands if you're not shopping and shit. But if you're going out there to flex, nah, you gotta.
Yeah, niggas trying to go see the pyramid, fucking see camels and shit like that. That shit probably costs extra bread.
I know somebody that went on some of my family went on it was like a big trip, so a lot of people went, but they didn't have a nice time. But they took photos, but the whole time it was like some wild political shit going on there, so they didn't have a good time like that.
Probably gotta go with the right people. That nigga went with niggas from Egypt that's from Chicago that know they way around Egypt. So that shit probably helped that nigga for real.
All right, so I'm about to call it. Y'all got work tomorrow and shit. Lynn, you still up? Yeah, bro. I think I'm about to boom, boom, boom.
Yep, I was listening. But yeah, I was fixing to lay it down myself. Yep, I gotta work tomorrow too.
Yeah,
I don't have to go
I don't
nowhere,
gotta
but
work tomorrow. I work from Tuesday to Friday, 3 day weekend. Yes, sir.
I feel you. I feel you.
Well, I
We got
work
the
from
early morning
home,
show too.
Mackie. I work from home, so all I do is roll out of bed and log on.
All right. Good night. Y'all guys have a good day at work. Shit.
Good
Salute.
night, y'all. As usual, very
See y'all
nice.
in the morning.
Right. Night.
Good night. Peace.
But I'm